Is your mic working?
Hello.
Oh, yeah. All right, just making sure that your microphone is working. Wait, do you need the charging cable?
Should be good.
The good thing about that music app is it fades the music out. The bad thing about that music app is when it gets to where like it's almost faded out, it just abruptly cuts.
Okay.
So it's like fade. All right, let's all right. Two Endangered Mammals, episode 52. We got some early birds in the chat right now.
Yeah, we do.
Lady and gentleman.
Yep.
Welcome to this 52nd episode of the Two Endangered Mammals podcast, the #1 podcast in my duplex. I am your host, Mr. Tiger Adinaldo, and with me, as always, is the one and only, my Goomba. You know him, I love him. The greatest co-host of all time, Mr. Pun-Fu-Panda. Pun.
Yo.
How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
Your picture's a little soft.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna crisp that up real quick.
I'm a soft guy. You know? What can I say?
There we go. Now you're nice and focused, so the people can can get a good look at you.
Okay.
How are you, man?
I'm good.
I am great.
Living the dream.
Living it.
Yeah.
Living it. Loving the hair.
Thank you.
Loving the shoes.
Well,
You're part of the Crocs Nation now.
it's the newest pair of shoes I bought.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like the only pair of shoes I've bought in like the last 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Speaking of shoes, I was just at a me and Chris Goody just did a photo shoot down at this place called Kicks something. It was in Akron.
Okay.
And there's some Jordans that are coming out next week that we shot photos of today.
Nice.
They're pretty
Nice.
fucking dope.
Nice.
Here's the thing, man. I'll talk about it in a second. It was you gotta resist sometimes, man.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta resist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, we got some people in the house.
Yep.
First and foremost, my sister, Liz, is in the house.
What's up, Liz?
Also, the one and only Peppy No Neck is in the house, and he's watching.
What's up, Pops?
We got the homie Reed and Tunes is in the house.
What up?
We got Detective Faye in the house with us.
What's up, Detective Faye?
Right, a whole ass detective.
Yeah.
A whole one. We got Tiffany's old pretty ass up in the chat with us today.
What's up, Tiff?
What's shaking, Tiff? Tiff is going to come over and play some games one day.
That's cool.
She's been wanting to come through and run some games. I've been running games, man.
I know.
I'm a full-fledged streamer now.
There you go.
I ain't making no money, but I'm a damn streamer. I can say I'm a streamer.
You'll make it.
It'll get there. Oh, man. Who do we have on Instagram? I know we got 1 or 2 people over there.
It says 4, but I only see 2.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Tiger's Live Medium.
Oh, wait, wrong one. Don't want to put that evil on myself.
Pun-Fu-Panda.
Oh!
Who is Todd Uno?
What up, Todd Uno?
Yeah, what up? And XOKDAV.
Oh! Oh, yeah.
What up?
Boom.
That's all I see. I don't know if there's any more.
That's all right.
'Cause it says 6 others, but...
There probably is. If you're in the chat and we haven't said your name, say something in the chat so we can see. You know what I'm gonna start doing, man? I'm gonna start waiting for people to say something before.
Yeah, before we.
Oh, Mr. Matt Andrews mentoring.
What up, Matt?
Can always count on Matt. Can always count on Matt. Good evening, sir. Good evening,
good
old
evening.
chap. Mate. He's over there in the UK. It's like 2 a.m. right now for him.
Right.
Pretty sure it's like 2 or 1.
Yeah.
Role Flair probably be popping up. Oh, we actually went
You
to
see Fam?
to the end of that song. Is Fam here?
Yeah.
Is he really? Fam,
yeah.
what is going on?
What up,
Hold on,
Fam?
let me turn this back up so I can. Boom, Fam, what is shaking?
Oh.
He said play Splitgate with the boy. No, because I'm podcasting right now. You have to wait till after the podcast. Also, the homie Ducky is in the chat.
What's up, Ducky?
There we go.
And
What up, Ducky? How you doing, man?
Peppy No Neck was one of the people I couldn't see because he said I'm in there.
Oh, Peppy No Neck
What's up,
is in the
Pops?
chat on Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Reed said we got a party up in here. You got that right, sir. You got that right. It is a party. It is a party. Yeah, man, we did a photo shoot at Kicks. It's Kicks something. Kicks Source, Kicks Access.
Okay.
And there's these Jordans that are coming out, and I think they're releasing next week. They already got them. They already got all the boxes in there.
Okay.
So we shot them, and I was like, man, they were like 170.
Yeah.
And they were pretty much like, yo, if you want a cop. And I'm like, you know what? Here's the thing. There's a couple bills I need to take care of.
Yeah,
right? That technically I can put the bills off.
Yeah.
But more importantly.
That's why they got grace periods.
Right. Yeah. More importantly, I want to get to paying back Cam and Kelsey
for sure,
for helping with the camera. I already got some to Kelsey. Got like half back to her.
Yeah.
I would like to finish that off. I would like to finish her off this weekend and then get started with Cam. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So it was a tough one, man. But a brother had to be a brother had to be responsible.
Yep.
It'd be a little weird. I think I'm grabbing lunch with Cam tomorrow. It'd be a little weird if I showed.
Yeah, it might. Just a tad, like just
just midget. Little weird if I showed up with
scotch?
some brand new Jordans that ain't even out yet.
Yeah, right.
Like you can't even spin that. Like, oh no, they gave them to me. Like, no, they didn't.
Yeah, right. They didn't give you those.
Oh man, we shot.
They might give you like the team Jordan shoes, but they ain't giving you like a numbered retro shoe. No.
They give you the fucking
like
the Jordan brand walking shoe or something,
or something like that, or
here are these Jordan flip flops, motherfuckers,
right? Or like the ones we saw at Foot Locker.
Oh yeah.
They might give you those.
maybe those, but definitely
giving
not
you like the numbered ones though. Right.
Oh man, Fam said he may not have electricity, but he has those J's. Right? You know
Fuck
what?
electricity. I got candles, man.
Right. What Cat Williams said? I got candles. I've been dying to use.
Right in the burn.
Oh man. Oh, Ducky said he's on his way to Ocean City right now for Bike Week.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Nice.
I didn't even know you had a bike, Ducky. That's what's up, man. I miss Ocean City, man. Ocean City used to be the shit. Like we used to go there. What's weird is people here in Ohio will go to Ocean City and make it a whole ass vacation.
Yeah. And
like me, Ducky, Perry, Changus, we would go to Ocean City like, hey, it's fucking Thursday. Let's go to Ocean City.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's kind of how people, you know how out here people go to Put-in-Bay for the day.
Yeah,
but then there's people from like out of state
that come for like a whole week.
It's like,
damn, you Put-in-Bay a week? Really?
Right. It's like, dude, this is fucking
you could
50 minutes from my house.
You could do the whole island in 2 days. Like, what are you staying out here for a week for?
You could get it done in a day. Honestly. Right. The thing about Ocean City, though, Ocean City's actually big as fuck, man. Like, Put-in-Bay is cool. It reminds me, Put-in-Bay reminds me of a piece of Ocean City. Have you ever been to Ocean City?
I have not, no.
Ocean City is like, Ducky, how big is Ocean City? It's like a few miles, dude. It's like miles. Like, once you get there, the main street is miles long. Okay. And then the boardwalk area is miles. Now, the thing about it is it repeats. So, like, you'll walk for a while, and then, there'll be, like, restaurants and some fucking T-shirt spots. Now, it might be different now, so, Ducky, inform me if it's different. But it'd be, like, restaurants, T-shirts, bars, places like that, right? And then, like, maybe you'll walk for a mile. He said 153 blocks. Woo. So that's a while.
All right.
So you'll get, like, let's say you're walking and then 20 blocks in. Yeah. The process kind of repeats.
Okay. Kind of like Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you'll see the same like t-shirt spots
Okay.
and stuff like that. Maybe a new restaurant or whatever, but the main things that you see that you remember, t-shirt spots, like quick food spots, burgers, pizza, shit like that. It'll start repeating.
Okay.
But it's fucking 153 blocks.
Yeah.
So. And it's all beach. So when you're walking, if all the shops or stuff are to your left, the beach is to your right.
That's
it's
dope.
153 blocks of beach, bro.
Nice.
Amazing. Actual ocean.
Yeah. Kind of like not the ocean part, but where we stayed at when we went to Florida on 192.
Yes.
How it like
exact same idea.
Repeated everything.
Repeated, yeah.
Which is why Cameron Grigsby got
lost. Liz said, I remember the family trips to Ocean City. It was always cool, but I was too young to really get the full experience. Oh, believe me, Liz, I was getting the experience. I remember I got a funny Ocean City story. So a friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name, but he lived... People will know who I'm talking about if they're in the chat. Ducky knows who I'm talking about, but he may not know this much about him. Okay. So this dude probably lived out in that area.
Okay.
Ducky, what's the city right before you get to Ocean City? I can't remember what it is, but he basically lived in that city. Like if Ocean City was Put-in Bay, he lived in Sandusky.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so he was like, you know, if you go to his house,
skip and a jump.
Yeah. If you go to his house, you got about another 10, 15 minutes, and then you're in Ocean City. Okay. So that's where he lived. He used to come to D.C. Reed said, I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. I know what you're talking about. Big facts. Big facts. Reed, I got another story for later in the show. I was stranded in Fort Lauderdale for like 3 months. I'll tell that story. I'll tell that story later on. It's a pretty interesting one,
real quick, Smalls is in Instagram.
Oh, Smalls, what's shaking, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, Smalls?
How are you doing, sir? Bozak is watching. Oh, get the Bozak, get the Bozak, get the Bozak.
What up, Britt?
What up, Britt? I'll tell the story about how I was basically stranded and fucking and it'll be story time today. We got some stories. Matter of fact, I'll tell the story about all of us in fucking Florida as well. Yeah, we got stories, man.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's man. We got stories with Florida, Chicago. Where the fuck else did we go? Fucking
Florida twice.
Chicago, Cincinnati, because y'all came down to Cincinnati, right? Yeah,
Cincinnati, Kentucky.
Did y'all stayed, right? Because we went out that night.
Yeah, and
that's when Frank got drunk. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna say his last name because he's married now. Was married then, but he was drunk.
Yep.
And he met that lady that the lady was like in her 40s or something, but her chest was
was about probably like 18.
Yeah. And she had them named Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah, right.
I think that's the name that Dockler gave them.
That Dockler, yeah.
He goes, this is such and such. He goes, and this is Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yeah.
They're new.
Yeah.
Oh man. Reese says, hey, story time. I'm making popcorn. Wait a minute. Tiff said, can I ask why he gets his own theme song? Who gets their own theme song? You talking about Brittany Bozak?
Yeah.
Because her last name is
Bozak.
Yeah, it's Bozak, and there's an EPMD song called Get the Bozak.
Yeah.
So that's what we sing. Yeah. And Greg has his own theme song because somebody made a theme song. That's why we sing it. Small said, just trying, living my best life, brother. Hell yeah, man. We here for it. Yep. Small said, Small's messaged me the other day, and I reacted to, and I'm thinking about it now. And then I reacted to it, and then he messaged me back and said, you know what? You may not text back, but at least you react to it. And I was like, oh, man. And the thing is, when you messaged me, Smalls, I'm pretty sure it was that Sunday, and I was downtown DJing for the game. That they almost won. Yeah, it was a close one, man. It was close. They were playing good. One game. They looked good.
Yep.
They looked good. She said, oh, okay, her. Sorry. Yeah, and that's why. So, really quick. Mm-hmm. So my homie, I was about to fuck up and say his name. So my homie that lived right outside Ocean City lived with his girlfriend, right? She annoyed the fuck out of him. You know, remember how I say, fuck love. I want somebody to like me, because you can be in love with somebody and not like them.
Yes.
This was that situation.
Okay.
They were in love.
Yeah.
Couldn't imagine being apart, but he didn't like her.
Oh, okay.
Like, she annoyed the fuck out of him. Like, in the club, she would sing songs to him and shit, and he'd be like, this
I mean,
this fucking chick.
It could just be annoying for that moment. or was it?
You know, it was one of those
Okay.
things. And
All
yeah,
right.
like she would text him like verses from songs and shit. And he'd be like, God damn it.
Okay. All
So he was he said he thinks it's Ocean Pines. I think that might be it. So he met this chick that was staying in Ocean City. She was there for the summer. Her and an apartment full of girls were there from, I want to say PA. It was either PA or maybe like New Jersey or something.
Okay.
This redheaded chick. So I was coming to Ocean City. I was just going to Ocean City. So he asked her, yo, can my friend Tiger crash with y'all tonight? You know what I mean? Because he's coming into town. We're going to, there was this fucking club there called Nightlight. Okay. It was, none of us were 21. Nightlight was the club that was for like the under 21 crowd.
Okay.
So that's where we would go. I'm like high school age at this point, right? So I think it was Nightlight. Yeah, it's Nightlight. Yes. Okay. Because there was one in New York as well called, I think the New York one was called Nightlight. This one was called Night Bright or something like that. It was they sound the same. I want to say it was like a big club in New York that was called like Nightlight. And then the one in Ocean City was called,
Ducky said H2O.
It is now, but back then it was called something else, Ducky. It was called like Night Bright or Bright Light. Night Light Life or something like that. It was something like that. So I was going there to go there. Yeah. And so this fucking apartment full of women were like, yeah, sure, he can crash with us. So my homie was banging one of them. He was banging a redhead, right? All right. But living with his girl. So we get there, and then one of them had worked all day. She came back, and like her shoulders were hurting or whatever, right? Okay. I was like, yo, I can give you a shoulder rub. Like at the time, I was going to school for. I was like, I'll give you a shoulder rub. Gave her a shoulder rub. So then she told one of the other ones, and she was like, yo, can you like just work on my shoulders real quick? So I was like, all right, cool. So we go out that night, we hang out, his girlfriend shows up, whole bunch of drama happens. The redhead girl had to pretend she was my girlfriend. Oh boy. Yeah, it was like she knew. She was down for the cause. So she was like, all right, I'm gonna stand next to you so that you know, she doesn't know. It was a fuck situation. So then, unbeknownst to me, they all gathered, and then when I got back at the end of the club, at the end of the night, this is like 4 in the morning, right? Okay. So they're like, hey, like, how long are you in town for? And I was like, I live like an hour away. I was like, you know, but I just come out, like, if I got a place to crash, I come out here, you know, I'll come out here often. They were like, listen. Oh boy. This is no joke, bro. They were like, listen, if you give us massages, you can stay here the whole summer.
Oh, all right.
So I fucking moved to Ocean City for a summer.
There you go.
Oh, man. I moved to Ocean City for a summer, stayed in an apartment full of, and let me tell you, the hilarity ensued. And it's not what anybody, I wasn't fucking no one. Yeah. I didn't smash nobody that was in that club. But let me tell you, when I say, like, I'm talking fucking, what was the fucking show on MTV? Fucking, like Jersey Shore levels of tomfoolery. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. Dudes coming over, getting pissed off, punching holes in walls. Chicks coming back, like, hammered. And then, like, so the one girl, again, no names because we got to protect the innocent. Old girl came back one time, hammered from her company party because she worked at one of the bars. Okay. Hammered, right? I go to use the bathroom. I come back out in the living room. She's in the middle of the living room, butt naked, spread eagle, passed out, snoring. So, and I'm talking like naked. Like not even hair was on her, like nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Like, this isn't good. So I'm knocking on doors now. Like trying Oh man, I'm knocking on doors at this point, trying to wake people because there's other girls there. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't want to put
that are more suitable to handle that situation. Yeah.
So we weren't alone, but where I slept was the living room. Oh yeah, everybody else had their bedroom. So I'm like, I'm not going to pick up this naked chick. It's not going to happen. So I'm knocking on doors. Right? They're getting mad at me, and I'm like, yo, your girl is out here butt naked. They're like, just put her in the bed. I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
No, no, ma'am.
Like naked. Then another time, same chick.
Oh, Jesus.
Same chick comes home with a guy. Okay, so that situation, one of the girls finally came out and was like, oh my gosh, she's naked. I go, yeah.
I've been trying to tell you that.
Right. That's what the fuck I've been saying.
Last however long you were knocking on doors.
She was like, you didn't take any pictures, did you? I'm like,
why would I be asking you Why would I say no to moving her?
Yeah,
if I'm taking pictures.
And the thing is, there weren't camera phones at this time.
No.
Camera phones didn't come around till what, 2007 ish? Maybe 2006.
6-ish. I
yeah,
think.
because I think the Razor had a camera. This is before that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, where the fuck would I have pulled this magical camera from to fucking take pictures? Right? You know what I mean? I'm out here with a backpack full of boxer shorts, couple t-shirts, and some fucking board shorts. Like, where the fuck did I pull this camera from?
Right.
So she's like, okay, well, we need to get her in the room. I was like, what you mean we, paleface? You need to get
that's your friend.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, no.
Yeah, fuck that. I ain't putting no hands on nobody.
Nope.
So they got her to the room. Then, like, literally a week later, same thing.
Oh, boy.
Another party. She leaves with one of her coworkers. They come in to the house. They're hooking up. They sit down on the couch in the living room. I'm just there chilling. I'm playing games and shit. Yeah. They start hooking up on the couch. And I was like, would y'all like me to leave? And they're like, oh, we should probably go to the room. And I was like, you think?
I seen that I sleep there.
I was like, you think? So they go to the room. And it's me, the redhead, and then the Italian girl. That's what I'll call her, because she was very Italian. She was from New York. I know that much. So it's me, the redhead, and the Italian girl. They go to the room. We're joking about how drunk they are and how the sex is going to be terrible because they're both drunk. My man comes walking out of the room literally like a minute and a half to 2 minutes later, right? So he comes walking out and he's like, all right, y'all, I'll see you later, and just left. So we're like,
that was quick.
Yeah, like what the fuck happened? So I get up to go to the bathroom, and I have to walk past her room because that's where the bathroom is at. The bathroom's at the end of the hallway, and all the rooms are to the side. Her room door is wide open. The light is on. Like everything's on. Door's wide open. So I figure I'll say hi as I'm walking by and maybe see like what the fuck happened, right? I'm walking to go to the bathroom. I literally look, and I'm like, hey, once again,
passed out naked on the floor.
Passed out, butt naked, spread eagle. Like spread eagle with her feet together. So her knees are like, that's the butt naked again. Butt naked. So like I look and I'm like, fuck. I go back to the living room.
Your girl. Gotta put her in her bed.
Redhead didn't wake up last time. The Italian girl did. So they're both like, I was like, hey, y'all might want to come see this. So we walk back, and then Redhead sees her and then grabs my eyes like, oh shit. And then the Italian girl is like, this isn't anything Tiger hasn't seen already. So then the Redhead girl is like, what the fuck have you been doing? I'm like, I haven't been doing shit.
Nothing.
I was like, your girl keeps passing out butt naked.
In my bedroom. Well, quotations, bedroom.
Yeah. Butt naked. Yeah. I was like, she has a problem with being naked when she's drunk for some reason.
And then
passing the fuck out. Like she was passed, like snoring. And so they obviously covered her up, turned the lights off, and I got to use the bathroom. But
I got to use the bathroom.
And here's the thing, that's not the last time. So the final time I've seen this chick naked.
No, real quick, DJ Billy C.
Oh, Billy C, what's popping, man?
And Vega.
Oh, the homie Vega is in the chat. What up? So the last time I've seen this chick naked, this is probably maybe three or 4 weeks later.
Vega said, I just got in at bucket naked. What I miss?
Oh, you missed some shit. We'll catch you up. So the last time I seen this chick naked, a few weeks later, we're at one of the adult clubs because all these girls were over 21.
Yeah.
I was the only one that wasn't 21. Yeah. I was the only teenager. They didn't know this.
Yeah.
But because they all worked at the bars, me and CJ were able to get in. You know what I mean? Well, CJ was over 21. Damn it, I said his name. Fuck.
Oh, boy.
That's all right. I think that's his initial. So we're all right. We're okay. Yeah, we're okay. So I don't think he's with that chick anymore anyway. So we go to one of their spots, which is, it's kind of like imagine like a Hairy Buffalo. So it's kind of like a restaurant during the day. And then at night it turns into a club. Kind of like a Barley House or a Hairy Buffalo, something like that. So we're there. This girl's getting hammered, right? This girl's getting drunk. Look, Ducky's laughing at me. This girl's getting drunk. And so the dude that she was hooking up with last time, him and her go out to the parking lot to have relations.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Now, as a joke, just as a joke, I tell the redhead, I'm like, yo, we're going to get outside and your friend's going to be butt naked in your car, right? I was like, your friend's going to be passed out butt naked in your car.
You knew better than that.
I shouldn't have said it. Yeah, I shouldn't have fucking said it, dude.
You spoke it into existence.
You're at 100% right. You're 100% right. Fam said Tiger out here giving out government names. I'm going to find this person in like 2 minutes. Hold up. That's not his government name, though. That's not his government name. It might be. No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Because that's illegal now. So they go out to as they're walking out, I'm saying this, right? My man walks back in the bar probably like 3-4 minutes later. We don't see her. And I'm like, don't fucking even. Don't even. The Italian girl is like, they better not be in my car. Because he had a car. Yeah. But I was just joking and was like, she's going to be in your car. Because the girl had, like, they all like shared keys to the community. It was like the community car. Basically what they did is when they went out there, they bought like some hoopties, like some like $500-$600 Hondas. You know what I mean? Just for the summer. So, you know, it was like the community car, but the Italian girl's the one that paid for it. So she was like, it's my car, but here, just everybody has keys. Use it whenever. Yeah. So we go out to the parking lot. Oh, this one's even better. So we go out to the parking lot, and this chick is, so if you take the passenger seat, right, lay it all the way down, right? She's basically bent over the passenger seat. Spread eagle, basically, bent over the passenger seat, butt naked, passed the fuck out.
Jesus Christ.
Passed the fuck out, butt naked. So I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do about this one? Because, again, I am not helping y'all with her naked body. Yeah. I'm just not doing it. I'm like, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to come out of there? I don't know what's going on. And then, like, the next day, I'm like, does this dude have a fetish for... But then I figured it out because I actually talked to him, and he's like, nah, dude, we get drunk. Like, I guess him and her hook up all the time. Okay. But he's like, yeah, when we're drunk, she gets horny, and we start, she passes out, and he's like, I just stop. And I was like, hey, good on you, man. Right? Good on you. Yeah, I was like, good on you. Because there was never a situation, because I was like, have y'all ever had to do any cleanup or anything when y'all are waking her up? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, either he's condomed up or, you know what I mean? But he's like, yeah, I stop and leave. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. There's a minute 30. Yeah. It's like, come on, fam. Yeah. Right? Even drunk. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Like, drunk should help you.
Right. Even like if it's been a while, okay, but if y'all hook up all the time, you should be beyond a minute 30, sir. Yeah. But he's like, yeah, she passes out and I leave. And I'm like, so why don't you just stop fucking with her when she's drunk? And he's like, I'm drunk too. He's like, honestly, I don't even really realize that we're doing it. Yeah. And then I realize she's passed out, and he's like, oh, I get up and leave. And I'm like, okay, I can respect that. Because I wouldn't want the dude to be a piece of shit. I'm actually still friends with the redhead all the time.
Fucking
fam said my guy hit the smash and dash, the come and go, the pound and get out of town, the hit and split.
Jesus Christ!
Oh man, I actually still know that chick to this day too.
Really?
I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Okay, all right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Still passing out?
I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up in the chat later. I'll say this. The everybody in the chat right now, the password is Milky Way. If I randomly say Milky Way, that means she's in the chat. All right. Like if I shout somebody out and then a little bit after that I say Milky Way, y'all know that she's here.
All right. Did she outgrow that stage of her life, or is she still getting drunk and passing out? And
she still gets drunk and horny.
Okay.
I've actually asked her maybe like a year or two ago. I asked her like, "Yo, you still pass out during sex?" And here's the funny thing. Oh boy. So I asked her that, and then she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Dude, in Ocean City, used to pass out during sex all the time." Yeah. And she's like, "How do you know about that?" And I was like, "I've seen you naked like 3 times." Yeah. And then she was like, how? And then I explained to her. She was like, you were there? And I was like, I lived with y'all for the whole summer. Oh. Yeah. Yep, that was my summer. That summer, that in particular summer. Ducky said in OC, he said he's in OC now. You guys have a blast tonight. especially with the butt naked. Yeah, man. Yeah. It was an interesting thing. Yeah, that's a hell of a story. It doesn't compare to Fort Lauderdale though.
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale is some shit, man. Like that story has layers, dude. That story plays out like a fucking I don't want to say a murder mystery because nobody got murdered. A murder mystery without the murder. Like weird shit happened in Fort Lauderdale. I fucking was involved in an explosion.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually talked about this the other day. I said when John was here, I said I would tell the story. Yeah, I was involved because we were talking about explosions. I'm like, yeah, I've been involved in an explosion. Like there was a car. There was an altercation. I'll tell the whole story one day, maybe later on in the show. Mm-hmm. But there was an altercation and somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at a car that had a gas leak.
Oh, okay.
Well, so the person whose car it was like, fuck, I have a gas leak. Now, I didn't know either party involved. We're just there. Oh, Reed said because it's Fort Lauderdale. So we're just there, right? It was me and a homie of mine. I probably shouldn't say his name because me and my homie, who I've actually introduced him to some people. He's been to Ohio. I've introduced him to people that I've taken to DC. Mm-hmm. You'll probably meet him one day. But me and him, and we're watching the foolishness go on. You know, I'm a cheerleader for foolishness. We're watching it go on.
It's the best kind.
Yeah. And so these is a small group, maybe like 2 or 3 people on each side. Mm-hmm. And like the parking lot of Reed, there used to be a club in Fort Lauderdale called The Edge. It's probably not there anymore, and it was right around the corner from a all-night coffee shop called the Nocturnal Cafe. Is any of that still in existence? I mean, this is like 15, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But is any of that still in existence in Fort Lauderdale? It's like literally so you're in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
It's still there? Okay. So this is the parking lot of The Edge. So Reed, you know exactly where I'm talking about.
There you go.
Reed knows exactly where I'm talking about. So Reed, you know how like at the edge there's a park, like if you're looking at the edge, there's a parking lot that's to the left. But I believe if it's still like this, there was a parking lot across the street as well. This one was the parking lot across the street. Okay. It wasn't the one that's basically like connected to the building that the edge was in. Okay. He said no IC. Is that what it's called now, or is that? But you know where I'm talking about. He said he knows all about the edge. Yeah, so you know. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing about stories. Like when I've lived a lot of life, right? I've lived a ton of life. Ducky said going to meet some triplets. Have fun, guys. And used to live in Fort. Oh yeah, he used to live in Fort Lauderdale. That's what's up. Hey man, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Have fun, Ducky.
And you have a good one. And Vegas said plot twist. Yeah. Yes, plot twist. So I have a lot of I've lived a lot of life and I've done a lot of shit, right? And when I tell people stories, it's like some of this shit it's hard to believe. Mm-hmm. Until you actually look at the nuances and there's details in there that, you know what I mean? That you're like, okay, this shit makes sense. Like the name of the spot, it's around the corner from this spot, where the parking lot was. And I got Reed in here that's like, yeah, this fucking makes sense. Like this is pretty par for the course. Yeah. So an altercation breaks out across the street from the edge. And these 2 groups are having beef. Now, me and my homie, we're not involved. Mm-hmm. We're basically just trying to not stay warm because we were down there. It was kind of winter, but it wasn't cold there. It was cold up there. It was cold in DC.
Okay.
The reason we got stuck there is because me and my homie rode that we were in a club and we were like, hey, how much money you got in your pocket? And we were like, I was like, I got like $80. And then the girl that we were hanging out with was like, I got like 100. He was like, I got like $75. We were like, let's go to Florida. So we just fucking drove to Florida, right?
There you go.
We just drove to fucking Fort Lauderdale. And then turns out she had a crush on him. He was smashing chicks like the whole ride down there. Every time we would stop somewhere, he would meet some chick. And I was fucking like backing him up. I was wingmanning like a motherfucker. So she was mad at me too.
Oh boy.
So when we got to Fort Lauderdale, them 2 got in an argument and she left us there.
Oh,
like,
shit.
yeah, she like left us. He said, I got stories from that lot too. Giggity.
Jesus.
It's a popular lot.
I'd say so.
So we're just trying to be in like indoors. We don't have a place to stay. We did meet a dude there that had a crush on the girl that we were with. So when she left, like he was like, yo, we had ran into him like a couple of days later because we had all went to the Edge. And Edge was open not every day, but like it would be open on like Wednesday and then Thursday. Yeah. Friday, Saturday's obviously the biggest nights. I think they did something on Sunday as well. So we had met him there on like a random Thursday. Then we didn't see him that Friday, didn't see him that Saturday, but we ran into him again that Sunday. So that Saturday is when this shit happened. So some shit was going on, some shit sparked off. We had just got there because we walked. So Reed will know it's a far walk. So when you're in Fort Lauderdale, you're in like the boardwalk is here, right?
Yeah.
And then you can cross over a bridge. It's all Broward County, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. That's the county, right, Reed? Broward County.
Oh, real quick.
What's up?
Vega said, our stories are hard to believe since cell phones back then had VGA resolution.
You're right. You are right. you are right about that. Also, Mr. Adam King is in the chat on Instagram.
What up, Adam?
You can't sneak on Instagram. I got you,
No,
but
he's probably over here because I can't see him.
Oh, you can't? No. He's probably been sitting in Facebook for like this whole time. So, he said, "Yep." Yeah, he said, "Yep." So you walk across a bridge, to get to like the other part of Fort Lauderdale. So there's the beach, but then there's like actual like Fort Lauderdale like city or whatever you would call it, and the Edge is across that bridge. Like you go across that bridge, and then that's where he said he lived all over Broward. So that's where the Edge was. So we had walked over there. So it took us a while because we didn't have, I mean, we had backpacks. That's what we had. We had backpacks. We had about $3. We had about $3 total. Right. So when we get over there, this altercation is already happening. So these fuckers are, so we're like, let's go look and see what's going on. So we walk over there and these motherfuckers are arguing, fighting. Somebody had got slashed in the fucking shoulder with a knife. Like it's fucking.
So a good one.
He said the Intercoastal Waterway. Yes. Yes. So it was like these motherfuckers was actually, turning the fuck up. So then out of nowhere, I see fire out of the corner of my eye. And I thought somebody like had like a giant lighter they were lighting something with. Yeah. Because it didn't look huge. Didn't look like something was on fire. Yeah. I just saw fire. I didn't know if somebody was doing like Robbie does when he's flipping bottles and shit. I didn't know if somebody was doing some flair bartending. I didn't know what was going on. I look over and then this fucker has a Molotov cocktail and he throws it. And it hits the car. And then I hear people saying, put that shit out. And then somebody going, fuck that. My car has a gas leak. Get the fuck out of here.
The one guy with common sense.
Oh, man.
Whose car is about to get blown up.
Whose car is about to blow the fuck up. And like, I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, does that actually happen? I'm like, can a Molotov cocktail blow a car up? Because I'm like, I've seen cars on fire so many times and they've never blown up. Now, all this is happening in like 2 seconds in my brain. Yeah. I'm like, I've seen cars on fire. I've seen them on fire on the highway. Right. And they just put the fire out. I've never seen one blow up. I don't think they blow up like that. And like people scatter or are scattering. It's almost like they're moving in slow motion. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself like, no, I don't think they blow up like that. Like, I really don't. But then I look at my homie. I was about to say his name too. I look at my homie. And we look at each other and it's almost like it clicked like, just in case though, all this within 2 seconds, right? Yeah. Just in case, let's dip. So we run and like we run across the street and then the shit blows the fuck up. Now it wasn't like huge. It wasn't like a movie. But it blew the fuck up, dude. Oh, yeah. And I felt it. Like it fucking pushed me. I probably got pushed a good 10 feet. Jesus. And here's the thing. Dougie said he sent me a picture of the triplets on Messenger real quick. All right, I'm gonna check that in a second. Here's the thing. I think the only thing that prevented, not just me, because I wasn't the only one that got pushed. A bunch of people got pushed. I think the only thing that prevented us from getting really fucked up was that parking lot across the street had like a gate. Oh, okay. Or a fence. Yeah. There was like a fence there. So when we scattered, it wasn't like a like a solid fence. It was like a fence with like the
No,
poles
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
So, but there was like an opening here. So we scattered, like we ran around that. I think when it blow up, like anything that would be considered shrapnel hit that fence.
Yeah.
But that blast, bro.
Oh yeah,
That was crazy. Oh, Jackie P.
What's up, moms?
Small said he had a car catch fire on him while driving it.
Yeah. So
Holy fuck.
funny story about that. Not that exact story.
Also, hold on really quick. A very special shout out to Mika Nova. I haven't talked to her in forever.
What? Mika?
Mika is a woman of Swedish descent,
Okay.
but of Latin raising.
Okay.
So when you talk to her, she looks like, if you look at her, she's just a blonde chick, blue eyes. Like she looks like a freaking a Viking queen, right?
Yeah.
And then you hear the accent, you're like, hold on.
Wait a minute. kind of voodoo magic is this?
You're like, what is happening right now? Fluent Spanish, doesn't speak Swedish, but
Okay.
like she sounds like a Latina. Like
There you
you're
go.
like, what's happening? And she was actually on a show in Sweden. She was on a reality show in Sweden. She kind of had to learn some Swedish for that.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, it's
Okay.
like Mika Nova. She's awesome. And then Sam, who I told you about earlier, who also does my meal prep.
Yeah.
She's in the chat right now. So I'm gonna
Is that
blow up Sam real quick.
Is that SB? BLOHM 87?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam?
Yeah. What up, Sam? How you doing? Also, shout out to Mika Nova. Let me give her, because she has children. Did we give Jackie P her round of applause?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Shout out to Jackie P. Ain't nothing wrong with doing it again, man.
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with doing it again. I wish I had the Messenger app on my laptop so that I could look at these pictures and then pull them up.
So about an explosion story.
Okay.
So
okay.
I was still in high school. Yeah. So the two kids that lived up the street from me, and then I'll say the one's name.
Really quick. Jake changed his name. Now it's Jake.
Oh yeah, he did.
Jake 77 and a whole bunch of nines.
Jake 778 and then a whole bunch of
Jake
nines.
778 and then a whole bunch of nines.
Yeah. What up, Jake?
So Sam said she's at work and totally not supposed to be on her phone. Oh, okay. Well,
All right. Rebel.
Yeah.
There you go. So you met Danny, the wrestler that I went to grade school with?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was me and him and then our two friends that lived up the street from us. And they were brothers. So the older one had a badass Chevelle.
Okay.
Like, he bought it, and then he just worked on it himself. And then he would take it out to Summit Racing or Norwalk.
As he should.
Yeah. So
Says the guy that doesn't know anything about cars.
So
Well, wait, really quick. Ashley Hamburg's old fine ass is in the chat. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley. So the one night we went out to Norwalk. This one was Norwalk.
Okay.
So we go out there, and I think his dad went too. I'm pretty sure. So we're out. He's racing. He's doing his thing. A few hours out there. We're driving home, right? And we're on 480 right past the Lorraine, well, right before the Lorraine Road exit.
Okay.
Coming from the west, obviously.
Okay. Gotcha.
All of a sudden, so me and the younger brother are driving his car. Well, he's driving it. I'm riding passenger. And I think his dad was in his car behind us, and then the older brother and Danny were in his car driving it back.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the fucking thing fire.
What?
Yeah, we're fucking driving. We're driving, and obviously immediately pull over. I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, we're just driving and just boom, ball of fire.
Just fucking
So
fire.
I don't know if it was something like obviously it's something in the engine.
Yeah, something happened.
We saw Danny come running out, and we're like, yo, what the fuck happened? He's like, I don't fucking know. The fucking fire just shot through the fucking glove compartment. And I said, fuck this, I'm out of here. Jimmy was still, the older brother was still in the car. Then you see him get out. So they weren't, thank God, nothing, I don't know how.
Yeah.
They weren't burnt or anything. But yeah, fucking,
Holy
it didn't blow
shit,
up.
dude. Didn't blow up.
So
I think probably because they didn't have a gas leak.
But yeah, it was fucking. I was like, oh yeah, Jackie remembers that because they were at dinner and we
just said I remember that.
I called her. I was like, yo,
we were out to dinner and you called us.
Caught fire on the highway driving home.
That is not the call you want as a parent. That's probably not the call that you want.
No. But I did it anyways.
Or you know what? Maybe it is the call that you want, because if your child is telling you that the car they were in caught fire, that means they're still alive. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you want that call, but you don't want that call.
So that's like my one explosion story, which wasn't eventful as yours.
I mean, listen, I would prefer yours.
Well, yeah.
I would prefer yours.
Yeah.
And here's what's wild is, in reality, my stupidity almost got me killed because
you were just standing there. I'm
sitting there thinking, even though it was just a couple of seconds,
but it was,
but me thinking, I don't think it's going to blow up. I really don't. And like, bro, honestly, I don't. Yeah. It's like I'm talking to myself, bro, I really don't think it's going to blow up. Yeah, just in case, let's go ahead and go. Should have just jetted. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't the last one standing there, but still, I should have. We were kind of in the back of things. So when I saw the guy throw it, he kind of threw it over some people. So then they scattered. So then me and my homie are face to face with the car, along with a couple of other people, that are still like looking at it burn. And then we're like, okay, we should probably go. We should have just scattered before everybody, so we'd have been in front of them, and then they would have caught the blast. But nobody was killed. Nobody was killed.
Yeah, same in our story.
But it was good. Definitely an explosion. Yeah. Second explosion I've ever witnessed.
Oh, got some more.
Yeah, good. There's another one. There's another one that happened in another country, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story, man. Fort Lauderdale is a fucking.
Jackie P said it is not the call you want.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not. Yeah. Definitely not. I mean, getting the call. I would say getting the call, knowing that your child is alive.
Yeah, that was the good part.
Yes, that's the good part. But you don't want to hear that their car caught on fire while driving down the highway,
right?
Because that could go bad in so many ways. Like if he would have freaked out, was he driving?
He was driving,
dude.
Not Danny, but the older brother whose car it was. Yeah,
if he would have flipped out, y'all could have crashed.
Like he was. Well, me and the younger brother were in the car behind, and for the car catching on fire or whatever happened, like obviously he knew what to do.
Yeah,
but like because I mean he just pulled over, and you see both, and they just started running out. So it wasn't even like the car started swerving and they pulled off real fast. It was just casual, like parked it, and then
people in the backseat like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
that car's on fire.
Car's on fire right now. We're just,
we need to go ahead and pull over because the car's on fire. I have a bad habit of being way too calm in situations.
But that's good though.
Remember the situation that we were in with over by Walmart? The fucking the T-bone situation.
Oh yeah, when I fucking slid through the fucking red light.
But I was like, hey, you know that light's red.
I was like, yeah, nothing's happening.
Like you put your foot on the brake, and I didn't even hear the tire squealing.
Me neither.
It was just like, shh. Yep. Was it Doctor in the back seat?
Yeah, he's in the back seat. He's like, all right. And we were chilling.
Yeah, guess this is happening.
I looked down. I was changing the song. Look up, and that's when you're like, "Hey, the light's red."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh shit, nothing's happening." Doctor's like, "Oh, okay," and he put his seatbelt on.
Oh man! Oh my god! He's like, "Oh, all right."
Put his seatbelt on in the back seat.
Oh man,
ours were already on because the tempos were automatic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The automatic seatbelts. Yeah.
Those were the shit. What happened to those?
I don't know.
You don't do those no more.
The automatic seatbelts?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, those used to be the shit.
Right.
Man, miss those days.
I miss my tempo. Those things were tanks.
The tempo.
Cam had one. I had one. My brother had one.
Really? Everybody had a fucking tempo? Did Mr. Just Moves? Did he ever have one?
No, he had the Lumina.
Oh yeah, the Lumina,
which is a bigger version of the Chevy.
Yeah,
well, it's a Chevy Lumina, but it's the bigger version of a Tempo.
Yeah,
so adjacent.
He had a whole ass, like a full size spare in the trunk.
Yeah,
he had weird shit in the trunk, like a spare, a jug of water,
right?
oil. Like he had all this shit in his trunk. And I'm like, bro, why do you have all this? He's like, my dad's a mechanic. I was like, say no more. Okay. Yeah. So that means if you break down, you know what to do. You got to pour something somewhere. Right? You either need to put that wheel on or you need to pour something in something. Yeah. Okay, I got you. He had basically in the trunk of his car every fluid that goes into a car. Yep. Transmission fluid, fucking antifreeze, water, oil, windshield washer fluid. I remember one time me and him were out and he had to stop at a CVS and he was going to get, I think it was windshield washer fluid. And I was like, the fuck you mean? You don't got that in your trunk? Like, you got everything else in your trunk, bro. You got fucking brake fluid in your trunk. You can't even add brake fluid just on the side of the highway. But you got it in your trunk. Oh, man. Good times, man. Good times.
Reginald Shirk.
What's up?
He is
what up?
Instagram.
Such a regal name,
right?
Reginald. That means you inherited some shit. Like if your name is Reginald, you inherited at least 500,000. At least a million. At least a million. You're gonna be a millionaire. You're gonna be a millionaire, Mr. Shirk. If you are not yet, you will be. Mark my words. Mark my words. You will be a millionaire, and 80 years from now, there's going to be a Reginald Shirk III. You know what I mean? You know who I've been watching on, so, I watch like Vlad TV on YouTube sometimes. So he's had Thurston Howell III, who, have you ever heard me talk about the lowlifes?
Yes.
So he's the one that created the lowlifes. And these were the cats, for those that don't know, the lowlifes in New York were the ones that like all they rocked was polo, which is where the low came from. But they also used to boost the fuck out of polo shit. Like these cats would go to like all the stores and not shoplift. I mean, they would walk in like 10 deep and boost $10, $15, $20,000 in polo shit in one fell swoop. And this dude is the leader of them. Fuck. So basically, like all of the rappers back in the day, if you saw them rocking polo, they were buying it from the lowlifes. Yeah. Because the lowlifes would then sell it for like cheaper. And they would have shit. A lot of times they would have stuff before it even came. They would knock off trucks. Like these motherfuckers were like mafia style. Like they were, and they would have shit like before it ever came out. And then somehow, so the model Tyson Beckford, he was part of the lowlife. Oh shit! And then started modeling for polo. Oh shit! Like
that's fantastic.
Like when people go back and look at like male models, and I bring up Tyson Beckford pretty often. I'm like, yo, this is probably one of the like dopest like male models as far as like work ethic and being sought after. And they were like, oh, better than this person and this person, this person. I'm like, think about this. This fucker was in a gang, who specialized in stealing polo, right? And Ralph Lauren personally hired him to model for him.
Yeah, right.
That's a bad motherfucker. You gotta
be a hustler.
Like, you gotta be a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, like you used to steal the shit, and Ralph found out like, oh, he was part of the lowlifes, and it was still like, okay,
well, hey, he's not that no more. So.
Yeah, and they were like friends. Like Ralph would invite, like he would go to his house for dinner, shit like that. So
there was probably a little piece of Ralph that kind of was like, you know what? He's
apparently
knocking my shit off, but I gotta respect him.
Apparently Ralph is like from Brooklyn or something like that. He's from somewhere in New York. So I guess I just found this out. Polo also did a campaign with Thurston Howell III. Oh shit! So Ralph is a G. I got to give it up to Ralph for that. Yeah. Like he's like, hey, you got me.
What? They got me.
Yeah, you got me. But them, when you really think about it, them stealing all that shit, right? Yeah. And then exclusively wearing polo, made polo the thing to wear. Right. So other people were going out and just buying it. Like people in other states were buying polo. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I guess, you just chalk it up to marketing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Your marketing, but his marketing budgets is in the millions. Yeah. So he can take, a $10,000 loss, like whatever. Right. We'll just fucking chalk that. Yeah. Put it on the insurance, call it a day.
Yeah. And then it's like, guess what? Now you guys work for me.
Yeah. Now y'all are working for me. Right. The fucking lowlifes, man. Like I made a post a long time ago that said, I know lowlifes that are living the high life. And that's who I was talking about. Yeah. I was talking about the lowlifes. But yeah, it was kind of interesting, like watching him talk, because I never knew who the leader of the lowlifes were. I just knew about them. and I had met a couple of them. I actually bought a polo shirt from one of them one time. We were in New York, and one of them was selling a polo shirt. And I'm like, is this authentic? It had the tags and everything. I had a homie that like, what is he called? Authenticity checked it or whatever. And I was like, all right, how much you want? And this is probably like a $300 shirt. He gave it to me for $70.
Shit.
And I was like, bet.
Hell yeah.
I still got it. To this day. But yeah, it was kind of fascinating to see. I don't know why I said fascinating like that. Fascinating. It was kind of fascinating to see like that. That's like something that came full circle. Like you go from stealing it all the way around to like
boom,
doing an ad campaign with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
For a pretty significant amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyson is probably the GOAT. I was talking about Thurston Howell, but getting back to Tyson Beckford, he's probably the GOAT because he was the face of polo for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, and even now he has clothing lines and stuff, but he still does stuff with polo. He was talking like he still gets checks from polo, and he hasn't modeled in like 10, 11 years. You know what I mean? Oh, just got
Changa.
Papa Powell, Scotty Powell. Scotty's been sending me videos on Instagram. Apparently, there's like what it looks like is a fucking hover round convention. Wherever he's at, there's just a bunch of people on hover rounds like rolling around. I don't know if it's a convention. I don't know if it's like the hover round bike week. I don't know what the fuck it is. But he's been sending me videos, and I'm like, where the fuck are you, dude? Like, are you in a retirement city? Like where everybody's just doing these like hover rounds? And there's another one, fucking, it's not Sea-Doo. Whatever the fuck they are, but everybody's on these scooter things, just rolling around. Like some people have people sitting on their lap, and these are older people. This ain't like young bucks out here on fucking hover rounds. Like, and I'm like, where the fuck are you, dude? It's wherever it is, I need to go. I need to see that for myself. Ducky said he's in Ocean City for Bike Week. Yeah, I was in Daytona for Bike Week one time, and when we went to
Florida.
So the first time I ever went to Daytona, this is before I moved to Ohio. It was during Bike Week. Okay, so I experienced a Bike Week down there, and then when we went,
that time was me, you, Grigsby, Cam.
Yeah, that's when they got lost. So we were actually in Orlando, but then came back up to Fort Lauderdale. That was interesting because I got to actually experience it. Because when I was there that first time, it was another situation where we were there, we were broke. It was a weird situation. That's a whole nother. I'll tell that story next week. But we were there, broke, didn't have money, couldn't really do anything. And so, like, we were just kind of looking at the bikers from the hotel that we swindled our way into. Is your eye okay?
Yeah,
oh, okay. Did something fly into it?
No, it's like a eyelash probably.
Oh.
It's all good.
Yeah, them renegade lashes. So yeah, when I was there with you and Cam, that was the first time I actually got to like experience it and walk around, and I actually did a lot of filming. I got a lot of footage from there too. That was
fun. Oh
man, that trip. That story needs to be told, but it needs to be told with footage. I think I'm gonna just try to find like a cheap mini DV camera so that I can rip some of the footage and put it on my computer and actually have it, especially the Michael Jackson dance number.
That one's got it. Yeah, you got to show that.
Oh man, the Michael Jackson dance number. That's
right.
Whew. Yeah. Didn't Cam have hair then?
Oh yeah,
he had the spiky hair then, right?
Spiky hair then.
He should try to make that comeback. I don't know if it'll work, but he should give it a try. He should just be like, you know what?
He was in the latter part of the Abercrombie and Fitch days.
Yeah. He still wore bootcut jeans and like the shoes that the soles were like kind of
Doc Martens. Yeah.
Were they Doc Martens?
Yeah, he always wore Doc Martens. Yeah.
Would like have a little bit of a heel on them.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of wide toe. Yeah. That's what I remember. That's like that. I'm pretty sure that's the shoes that he was wearing. Yeah, button ups. Yeah, bedazzled jeans and shit.
You never wore the bedazzled ones. They were ripped though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They didn't have like buckles and shit on them.
No, not his. No, he didn't.
And the stitching things.
No, he didn't rock those. No,
but they were cut that way.
They were cut that way, but they didn't have all. Yeah.
He was a freaking Affliction shirt away from being like completely douchey. If he would have wore an Affliction shirt with those jeans, and if those jeans had like a diamond or two on them. Or like a stitched pattern on them or something like that, on like the back pocket. Put like this: if the back pockets had the flaps, and he had an Affliction shirt, it'd have been He'd have been overboard.
Yeah.
It would have been overboard for him.
It almost was the first night you met him.
Oh man, Jesus. Oh boy. So I had hit him up, right? And I go, I hit him and Kelsey up, and I was like, hey, hit them up separately. And I was like, just so you know, payback's coming your way, like starting next week, right? And then with Kelsey, I had messaged her back. I was like, I'm talking about monetarily, because I know that sound kind of weird, right? And then, we laughed it up. And then I thought about it and was like, oh shit, hold on. I sent Cam the same text. Let me hit him up. And I was like, hey, I'm talking about money. Like, I'm not talking about no beef or nothing. He was like, oh, I thought I wore my shoes in your house again. Manny Monk, what is popping, man?
What up, Manny?
My homie Manny. Good old Manny. I haven't seen Manny in person in so long. It's been like, I feel like, Manny, when's the last time we've seen each other like in person? I feel like it's been like 2 or 3 years at least. When's the last time you seen him?
Manny?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Has it?
Yeah.
Has it been like he said I'm hibernating always. Has it been like
a minute?
Like fucking close to 10 years?
No. Not 10.
Yeah.
It's been since then.
Since like Scream Team days?
No, probably after. Probably after Scream Team days.
Okay. Like a little bit.
But I don't think I've seen him since his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Was born.
He said he saw you at Target.
It was. That's right. Looking at Funkos.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Manny.
Yep.
I knew it was.
There it was.
Decent. So yeah, it was since his daughter was born.
Small said, first time I went to Daytona Beach, it was Black Beach Week. Sights to see. He said I was 14. I'll never forget. Oh, I bet it was, sir. I bet it was.
Yeah, it was brief. With we was just like, hey, what's up? How's it going?
They called it a day.
Yeah.
Manny, guess who I ran into? So down in Akron, we were doing that shoot. I ran into my homie Dre Live.
Okay.
Who I haven't seen in a good 10 years.
Yeah.
So we're at this shoe store. He works there now. Like he does some work for them. So we're there. We're all the way in the back because they got like a studio in the back. And I hear, oh, get the fuck out of here, right? And when I heard his voice, I was like, I know who the fuck that is. I look up and it's fucking Dre, bro. We hugged for like 3 minutes straight.
Yeah.
The people that work there are like, oh shit, like they know each other. And then I'm like, yeah, I've known this dude for like literally my adult life. Like, like all of it. Like, yeah, this is the homie. And the owner of the spot was like, the owner spot came later and was like, yeah, I heard you know Dre. And I'm like, oh, more than no. Like, like that's my guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, he's super good dude. Dre was like, I was about to clock out, man, and take you to lunch. But there was some other things he had to do. And then he was telling me, he was like, he goes, but the thing is, if I clock out, because he said he doesn't eat lunch because it makes him like, lazy basically. He's like, if I clock out to eat lunch, he's like, I'm taking a day off. He's like, I'm not coming back. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. I probably wouldn't either. Oh yeah, the Ill-Star Rocker Christmas jams. Yeah. Oh my God. Those used to be so
Those
fun.
Were fun.
I don't think they've done them in a while.
But they were fun. Yeah. Well, not that kind of
It was
dancing.
such a good thing, man. Like, because you got people from literally all over Ohio that came to these, and it was just a beautiful thing. And just in there dancing, there was rarely ever beef. There was never fights.
No.
But there was rarely ever beef. It was just everybody dancing and having a good time and enjoying themselves. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Man, you still dance, man? Manny has to still be dancing. If Manny's not still dancing, something's wrong with the world. If I'm still dancing and Manny's not, something is very wrong with the world. You know what I mean? Because Manny is too dope to not be dancing. You know what I mean? I know he's probably doing his little model thing and shit. You know what I mean? If he's not, you should, Manny. You got the jawline for it. You should get your he said, I do, but I haven't been to jams or done any shows. As long as you're dancing, man, that's what's important. As long as you're still out here getting your groove on. You got to keep moving. I always tell people it's too late for me to stop. You know what I mean? Like, if I stop now, like, if I take a break, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Like, I'm screwed. I took, like, maybe a month off from, like, doing anything, dancing or anything of the sort. And it was like, I felt like crap. Like, I literally felt like crap. Like, I felt like I was fucking, like, deteriorating. So I'm like, I gotta start dancing again.
Yeah.
Even if it's just, honestly, I don't care if it's like at a homie studio, in my fucking workout room, in my living room. I'm gonna at least do a couple runs, get the blood flowing. You know, even when I go DJ like downtown, like if I'm at Velvet, it's a big space, man. I'll dance a little bit. I'll do a little something. I'm gonna do something. I gotta move. You gotta keep moving. Sherb is in the chat.
Oh. What up, Sherb?
Yeah, you got to keep moving. He said, that's my thing now. The cardio ain't what it used to be. I feel that. You just got to keep doing it, man. If you stop now, it's like when you see runners, right? And then they stop. And it's like, or basketball players, right? The basketball players that retire and then don't really do shit after that, they just balloon the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you're almost like, what the fuck happened to them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're like, it's like their body deteriorates. And you're like, nah, you gotta keep doing stuff. Got to keep doing stuff. Just because you're not getting paid for it. Bro, have you seen Hulk Hogan lately?
Yeah.
Bro, it's bad. It's sad.
Yeah.
It saddens me. I saw his son did a video talking about his cars and stuff.
Yeah.
And Hulk was in it. And I was like, at first I was like, who the fuck, is this his granddad? Who the fuck is this old guy like waddling around? And I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking Hulk Hogan. Man, it's bad. It's bad, bro. I feel like, man, wrestling takes it out of you.
He could barely move sometimes, man.
Yeah. Like his hands do that thing where they shift the other direction. Man, I had the camera on you. His hands do that thing where they shift like that way. I don't ever want to be that, man. That's one of my goals in life is to not be that. Sherp said, how are you fellas doing? We're doing pretty good, man.
Pretty good, man.
Pretty good. Living life. Yep. Pun is living the dream. Yeah. I'm living Pun's dream. My dream got fucked up, so I jumped into his real quick.
I don't know if you want this dream, bro.
Yeah, you might have jumped in the wrong shit, homie.
Hey, look, whatever happens, ain't my fault.
Don't blame me. Just remember, you wanted this. You wanted this. Did you see that fucking people were talking about Jermaine Dupri and Diddy doing verses, and Diddy said that Jermaine Dupri doesn't have enough hits. Jermaine Dupri
doesn't have enough
hits. Like,
now, okay, wait a second. Obviously, I know he has his own songs.
He does.
But I only ever remember Jermaine Dupri on other people's songs.
Because he produced them.
Okay.
So a Diddy and Jermaine Dupri battle would
like
definitely be a producer battle.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
All right.
For sure.
Then what the hell is Diddy talking about?
Exactly. Exactly. Usher chimed in and was like, Jermaine produced the entirety of Confessions.
Yeah.
And that shit went diamond.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, maybe even double diamond.
Yeah.
But
definitely diamond.
Definitely diamond. So it's like.
Not to mention all the other songs before Confessions.
Right.
That album.
Right. Fucking Crisscross.
Right?
Crisscross Jump. That was a fucking #1 hit for like 15 years.
Right. I remember being like 10, wearing clothes backwards.
Right. Jermaine produced, dude, all the So Def stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, Bow Wow's albums alone.
Bow Wow's whole first album.
Yeah, mostly Bow Wow's catalog.
Yeah.
Fucking, didn't Jermaine produce Laffy Taffy?
No.
He didn't?
This where he would probably could. I
know he produced I Think They Like Me, didn't he? Yeah.
All their shit. I forgot who them. The Franchise Boys.
Yes, the Franchise Boys.
Look. Oh, in my white tee. Right? That's the name of the song?
Yeah. White Tee. Oh, I Think They Like Me. They say that you need.
Those were club bangers.
Small said the Brat Funktified was a big hit. Yeah.
I don't know what Diddy's talking about.
I don't know either. Don't get me wrong. Diddy has hits.
He does.
Diddy has hits.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jermaine has hits too. Jermaine has Janet Jackson hits under his belt.
Jay-Z. The song he did with Jay-Z.
Fuck. What is that? Money Ain't a Thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
Look, that was like mine and Cam's like anthem for that whole summer.
Right. Holy shit.
We didn't go anywhere without listening to that song.
When Diddy said that, I could only think of Welvin the Great. Remember when he was like, who ain't got no hoes?
Yeah, right.
I was like, who ain't got no hits? Who ain't got no hits? Yeah, man. So Diddy says that he wants Dre. And I'm like, man, don't get me. Here's the thing. any way that battle goes, that's going to be a killer battle.
Yeah.
Whether it's Dre Diddy, whether it's Dre Jermaine, whether it's Jermaine Diddy.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Dre, yeah, like either way it goes, that's going to be dope for the culture. Yeah. But yeah, saying that Jermaine Dupri doesn't have enough hits,
like
when he has hits that span back to the 90s, like,
right.
And I know Diddy does too. Diddy has hits from the 90s as well, but like Jermaine was right there, right next to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like this is like I'm trying to think of who else is in their caliber that maybe doesn't have as many hits as Diddy. I don't think there's anybody, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody because Timberland has a metric fuck ton of hits.
Timberland's
got hits with Madonna, Justin Timberlake. Fucking
shit, he almost has a whole CD with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado.
What's her name?
Missy
Elliott. What's her name? Hollaback Girl.
Gwen Stefani.
I don't think he produced that, but I know he produced stuff for her that were hits. Yeah, man. Like,
doesn't he have stuff with Pharrell?
Oh yeah. So that whole squad. So they were all in like the Virginia area.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That whole crew. Here's the thing. He better not challenge Pharrell because Pharrell got hits back to Rump Shaker.
Yeah,
Pharrell has hits that go back before Diddy was even like Diddy. Diddy was still a backup dancer when Pharrell got his first hits.
Rump Shaker was shit.
Oh man. Yeah, that's asinine. Like that makes no sense.
Jermaine Dupri doesn't have enough hits.
All you need is 20.
Oh, he's got to.
Here's it. All you need is 20 songs. Cameroni DiPrinzio said, quick stop just to say what's up, my dudes. What's up, Cam?
What's up, Cam?
Small said David Banner produced most of the Atlanta rappers around Lil Jon. Yeah. Oh, yeah. David Banner's got hits, too.
Yeah.
David Banner has a bunch of hits.
Yeah,
Lil Jon has a bunch. Lil Jon has already done a verses, though. But he's got a bunch of hits. But, yeah, fucking Jermaine has hits.
Yeah, he's got it. I mean,
Jermaine has entire albums of hits.
Look, all he would have to do is use the Usher albums.
Yeah.
And the girls would side with Jermaine Dupri.
100%. 100%. Or if he didn't want to do that, just play the fucking So Def, the best of So Def.
There you go. Done.
Because everything on that was a hit.
Yeah.
And that's at least, the Usher album alone is like, what, 16 17
songs.
tracks?
They all sound the same.
But they're hits. Oh, man. The So Def compilation is a bunch of hits.
Right?
Holy crap.
I mean, My Way from Usher.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that. I got to start playing that
song
again.
was...
You know what song I forgot about that I heard today? Fucking Yang Yang Twins, that I.
Dude,
I told you, bro, I got to start playing that again.
How awesome were they?
I play their shit a lot. I play their stuff a lot, bro. But I haven't played I, and I'm like, I totally forgot about this fucking song.
Whistle While You Twerk?
I play it all the time. Trina has a song called Work that samples the Whistle While You Twerk.
That's
yeah,
cool.
same beat, same cadence, a little bit more bass.
Yeah.
And I like to play those back to back. I'm giving away a little bit of my sauce, but that's okay. That's okay. Crunch all you want. I'll make more. So, yeah, man. If Jermaine Dupri not having
enough hits. That's asinine.
Yeah.
I mean, who am I to call P. Diddy asinine? But
no, you're right.
Like,
you're
come on, Diddy, you should know better than that.
Right. 100% he should know better. When I read it, I was like,
he may have not gone as long as you, but
I feel like he did though.
He's got enough.
Cause like, when is the last time Diddy had a hit?
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
I would say it's around the same time that Jermaine had a hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do you count the early days of MGK stuff?
No, because Diddy wasn't producing.
He wasn't producing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then,
this has to be. It ain't produced by Diddy if he's not talking all over it.
Right? Yeah.
Take that. Take that.
Take that.
If he ain't talking over it, you know what I mean? It ain't really produced by Diddy. I guess you could count like Pussycat Dolls, because wasn't that a Diddy thing?
I'm not sure offhand.
Or was it that other group, that other all girl group?
The band.
No. It was a girl group that was called not Danity Kane.
No, yeah, Danity Kane.
Yeah, wasn't that? That's Diddy. Yeah, Diddy. I don't think the Pussycat Dolls were. They might have been.
I don't think they were.
Might have been, but yeah, I don't think they were. But yeah, Danity Kane, Total, fucking Mace. I mean, here's the thing: Diddy has hits.
He does
for sure. It's a fact. Diddy has hits. Biggie,
all the stuff with Biggie he produced.
People can't discount Diddy his hit making ability, because the dude was making hits for a good 10, 15 years.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Straight.
Yeah.
Like a straight 10, 15 years. Yeah. A lot of people would have fell off after their main person passes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Gets killed. I hate saying passed when somebody gets killed.
No, yeah.
After their main person gets killed.
Yeah.
But he just kept making hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like he's got hits.
112.
Yeah, 112. I think he produced himself at SWV.
Peaches and Cream. That song. Woo.
Diddy definitely has his hands in a lot of hits. But at the same time,
so does
Jermaine Dupri has his hands in a lot of freaking hits, dude.
So deaf.
Yeah, you can't deny it. Like, there's no way to deny it.
No. Whether you liked them or not, he had hits.
Facts. Like it or not, he had hits.
He
has enough hits to go toe to toe
bunch
with fucking with fucking Diddy. And the thing is, some people get upset when you say that, but it's like, I'm not saying he's going to win. I'm not saying who would win.
Yeah, for sure. It's just,
but he's got
the volume to at least.
He's got the ammunition.
Yeah, to at least go toe to toe with.
To at least be in there. He's at the very least in the conversation. Mm-hmm. Somebody said they would love to see a Kanye and Drake versus, and I'm like,
that could be interesting.
It could be, but I think it kind of leads towards Kanye.
I think
because these verses aren't about bars and whatnot.
No,
they're not out there like writing shit about each other. Mm-hmm. We're just talking about your hits.
Yeah,
and Kanye has some of Drake's hits were produced by Kanye.
Yeah,
so it's like
that's
Kanye can claim those. You know what I mean? Right? Like if Drake plays those, he can be like, "That's points to me."
Yeah,
and you know, oh man, he said, "Have a great show, fellas. Gonna hop into some gaming." That's what's up, man.
Peace, man.
I'll be gaming a little bit later too. I'll probably be playing some Control, a little bit of Control. That game's got me. It's got me, man. It's got me. The thing about Drake is when it comes to a versus thing, Drake is one-dimensional. And I don't mean he's a one-dimensional artist, like he can't do, but in the versus platform, he hasn't produced a bunch of hits for other people.
No.
I'm not sure that he's produced a bunch of stuff for people. So that counts him out there.
Yeah.
When you have Kanye, who has produced some of the biggest hits.
Shit, he was producing before he was even.
Yeah. So he's got hits.
Because he was producing with Jay-Z before he.
Dipset.
Yeah.
Beyonce. Fucking Rihanna.
I'm not gonna lie. Kanye might be the one who would just be king of the verses.
I think the only person that I could really, as far as like hits,
like if we're going toe to toe,
I think the only one, and people probably won't like this answer, but facts are facts. The only one that would really, really compete with him, that is in the same like stratosphere as him, would be R. Kelly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
I don't think,
because Wayne doesn't produce, so you can't.
Yeah, he doesn't produce.
He wouldn't be in there.
Diddy has hits by other people, yes, but when you really think about what verses is about, if you cut out, if you cut out all the negativity that's going on, by his own actions, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He is in this situation by his own actions. If you cut that out, right?
Yeah.
Who is seeing R. Kelly in a fucking versus battle?
No one.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no one. Like we said, maybe Kanye.
Yeah. Kanye probably.
And even then, I mean, R. Kelly had hits, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people bring up Prince, but Prince didn't have hits. This is what people don't realize. Prince didn't have hits. Prince had great music.
Yeah.
But a lot of his when you look at like the documentary of Prince
was cult following.
Yeah.
And they never really were mainstream.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. When you look at like the documentary, they tell you that the record sales were not great.
Yeah.
His shows were amazing. And people loved going to see him, but like record sale wise, it wasn't great. He had a couple of hits, but the majority of the great Prince songs weren't hits. The majority of the songs that people look back and are like, oh, I love this song, they weren't hits. You know what I mean?
Wasn't there a thing that his songs are, I don't know if I could have read this wrong, but I remember seeing something where it was along the lines of like Prince's songs get more played now than they did
Absolutely. Then
Like,
they did.
people buy them more now
than when they were out.
Than when they were out originally.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And that was even before he
I mean, whenever
died.
Purple Rain came out, this song, Purple Rain got a lot of play.
Yeah.
That
1999.
1999 got a bunch of play in 99.
In 99,
even though it was
yeah.
made in like, what, 70-something or 80-something
Yeah.
or something like that. But, yeah,
Well,
like.
my Aunt Jo,
Mm-hmm.
she had a cassette tape unopened.
Ooh. Was it Purple?
No, it was, and she didn't open it until New Year's Eve of 1999 because of that song. Yeah.
Oh.
And then they played it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she had one, obviously, that she played.
Yeah.
But then she kept one.
Bro, that shit would be worth so much money right now. It was
I was like, if you have one that's open, why are you opening that one?
I got a Purple Rain record.
Yeah.
So an ex-girlfriend got it for me, but then she like wrote on it. I'm not mad at it. This is before he died.
Oh, okay.
She like wrote me like a whole note on it.
Oh,
it's actually really cool.
Yeah.
However, I might see if I can soak it in something and get that shit off.
Is it on the album cover?
It's on the record itself.
Alcohol. Rubbing, or would that mess up the
depends on the alcohol, but that might work.
Rubbing alcohol?
Yeah, that might work. I'm gonna see about that. I'm gonna see if a worst case scenario gets ruined. It's already ruined.
Yeah.
Or just leave it like it is. We'll see. But yeah, it's written all over. But yeah, who could beat R. Kelly?
I mean, like I said, take out all the
negative shit. Get
no one seeing R. Kelly in the versus battle.
I really don't think so. I can't think of anyone that has as many hits, not only for himself,
but for other people.
Which Kanye has a bunch of hits for himself. He has a bunch of hits for other people.
He does.
Now, this is the thing that R. Kelly has that Kanye doesn't have. R. Kelly has hits with people that were forgotten about, like the fucking Isley brothers.
Yeah, right.
People have forgot about them, and R. Kelly has hits with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's a lot of, like, Aaliyah is America's darling, and R. Kelly has hits with her.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, when you look at all her hits, he's all over that. He's all over everything from that time frame. He's in movies. There's a lot. There's so many layers to that. Again, I'm not even saying anymore.
No,
motherfuckers.
No one's seeing R. Kelly in a fucking versus battle.
Yeah. I'm not even going to to say the whole. Fucking
take out all that. Yeah, no, people. Yeah, look,
they know what it is. They know what it is. But yeah, I don't think anybody's really seeing him. And I'm trying to think, like, who? Whitney Houston? No. She has hits. But not on that level.
She probably has hits because of him.
It's possible. It's possible.
I'm sure he produced some of her stuff.
He produced stuff for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's that. I'm trying to think who else can possibly, maybe Teddy Riley, but not even, because Teddy was like that dude in the 90s.
Yeah.
Before R. Kelly really popped off, Teddy, like the whole New Jack Swing era. Like, Teddy invented a whole genre.
Yeah, he did.
So Teddy invented New Jack Swing. So he invented a whole genre. So he also has Rump Shaker. Yep. He has, Black Street. He has so many credits to his name, stuff with Michael Jackson. He has a lot of hits. But R. Kelly kind of just kept going and stayed relevant.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think R. Kelly had hits up until, like 2010?
Yeah, even when some of that shit was still going on, he was still...
Yeah.
The whole Trapped in the Closet saga?
Yeah, that shit was that shit was it. Yeah,
that was after the whole
Superman lover or Superman High or whatever.
Yeah, Superman High. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, R. Kelly is that guy.
I mean, hell, he might win it alone with Trapped in the Closet.
Possibly. Yeah. There's like what 28 episodes of that shit. 30 something episodes. That's bananas to think about, man. You know what? I wish they would just go ahead and lock him up and just get this shit done, man. Just get it over with.
Right?
At this point, there's too many people popping up out of the woodworks that I'm starting to feel like I don't believe some of these new people.
Like at some point, it's like, okay, like.
Yeah. Like I always say, we keep the same energy around here across the board. I always say at some point, like those first people, those initial people, okay. But at some point, there's people that are popping up that are just like
merely in it for
some attention.
Yep. Or money or whatever.
Or money or whatever
or
it
both.
is.
Or
and I feel like some of the people popping up now are just kind of like, because some of the things that they're saying is just like,
especially when the one person couldn't even give exact details.
Yeah. And
it was
and the thing is, I understand some of that stuff
too.
Some of that stuff is difficult.
Yeah.
And fear does play a part.
It does. Definitely.
However, looking at her body language, I'm kind of like,
I was like,
yeah, she didn't look scared.
Yeah.
She just kind of didn't remember some things.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know about this one. You know what I mean? I don't know about this one. I'm not saying that about all of them. It's just, same thing with fucking what's his name? The fucking
Weinstein?
No. The convict Dr. Cosby.
Oh.
I mean, I got to call him Dr. Cosby. He has a doctorate.
He's a doctor. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm going to put convict in front of it.
Convict music.
The Dr. Convict Cosby. There was the initial people where I'm like, okay, this makes sense. But then there was people popping up that I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And what's weird about that is that it's such an emotional thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like take Weinstein, for instance, right? Convict Weinstein.
Yep.
It's such an emotional thing. And as somebody that comes from a tribe of women, I do understand.
Mm-hmm.
I've had conversations with some women about that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And when I said to them, like, so my thought was this. Before he started forcing himself on people,
mm-hmm.
he wasn't doing anything illegal or it was a transaction.
Yeah.
It was immoral.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't be convicted on morals. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
If you found a $50 bill on the floor and you picked it up, morally it's wrong.
But
nobody's going to be like, you're an evil person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it started with a transaction. That I'm guessing it started with, you want to be in a movie? You don't really have any talent. I can get you in, but what are you going to do for me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is shitty.
It's shitty.
It's shitty to do.
Yeah.
However, he had something they wanted. They had something he wanted. They made a transaction, and it worked out.
Mm-hmm. And shitty or not, they still had the power to say, you know what? I'll try to do this another way then.
Yeah. Or I'll do something else.
Yeah.
It's shitty.
Very shitty.
I tried to have that conversation with a friend, and she got pissed, and I'm like, we're not having a conversation anymore because now you're talking from emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting ahead of. She didn't even let me get to the point to where I was saying, once this dude started forcing himself on people, he jumped the shark at that point.
Yeah.
Like he should have never even got there.
Yeah, for sure.
He should have never. Realistically, he shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
However, I can't speak on that. He made a transaction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here's the thing: if he's able to, if somebody is able to sell their body to make money, then somebody else is able to offer a movie role for your body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's asking, and keep in mind, I'm not talking about forcing. That's a whole different conversation. I'm talking about if he's asking and you say yes,
then,
and it's an agreement. Because there was a lot of people that were like, yes, this happened.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I fucking rubbed my feet on his face. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's a transaction. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, there were a lot of women out there that didn't come forward, but they were like, this happened. This is what I did to get into the industry.
Yeah.
You know, I can't act my way out of a paper bag.
It's like
a lot of the ones that said that, they weren't really great.
No, yeah, for sure.
Now, is that me saying I don't think he should be in jail? Fuck no. I think dude should be in the jail.
Yeah.
Under the jail. I think when he gets out, he should have to live next to the jail. I think I think he should have to give his loot to the people that he forced himself on. I think reparations needs to happen. I think all of that. However, I'm saying that those first couple, it's possible that those first couples were a transaction. Yeah. And he got addicted to it. And as with any addiction, you try to up it. Yep. Eventually the high isn't enough. The high that he got from those first couple wasn't enough. Yeah. So now now he's got to be tricking chicks and doing all this shit. Bro, listen. One of my I don't want to say biggest fears, but one of the things that like I don't look forward to is if the day ever comes that I look like a troll like him and I have to use trickery to try to get someone's attentions or time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my God. I hope the day never comes that somebody looks at me and just sees like a dollar sign.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's a guy that I can get to take me out on his boat and fucking take me to Florida and Miami if I just smile at him. I don't want to ever be that dude.
Right.
I don't want to ever be that dude. He was that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, fucking fuck him. Oh, Miss McGow is back on Facebook. She said, y'all are hilarious tonight. I'm out though. Got to support a local DJ. Okay. All right. When you get back, let me know. I might be playing some Control. And yes, support your local DJs. I'm 100% here for you. Oh, John Doe is in the chat on Instagram. He said, yeet.
What up, John Doe?
Yeet. Yeah, I definitely think that motherfucker should be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a hot take. I don't think that Cosby should be put back in jail unless they can get him on another charge.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is because of, the way the system worked, they fucked up.
Yep.
And they dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think that they should have left him in there. I was literally just talking about this at the studio. Me and Chris did a photo shoot with somebody at the studio. And we were talking about it. And I was like, why are so many people mad at Bill? He's a piece of shit, so I'm gonna call him by his first name. Why are so many people mad at Bill for like leaving the jail?
Yeah.
What's he supposed to do?
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what you did, if they come and say, hey, you know what? There's a loophole. We got to let you go.
Hey, what? Peace. Keep my shit.
I'm like, is he supposed to say, you know what?
I'm going to stay here.
Yeah. Just go ahead and close the door. I'm going to stay.
Right? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Like he's going to walk out the door. That's what he's supposed to do. It's kind of like when we talk about in the black community, there's this thing called white privilege, right? But people talk about. Does white privilege exist? Possibly, yes. There are examples of it.
There are.
If somebody gets a job, if me and you go for a job and you, even if not, if me and you go for a job, if you get offered a job because you're white,
merely because
you're white,
oh,
and you don't take it, I'm gonna kick your ass because here's the thing. Yeah, motherfucker, take the job. It don't matter to you why you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if somebody offers me a job because I'm black, yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I gotta feed this dog. I gotta feed me. I gotta pay rent. This podcast ain't cheap. Take it.
Yeah. Right?
The privilege in general is a systemic thing.
Yeah.
Don't be mad at the person. I am never mad at the person. Like there's DJs that get gigs because they're white in this city.
No, yeah, for
there's
sure.
gigs that I don't get that other DJs that are subpar to me get because they're white, right?
For sure.
I'm not mad at the DJs. I'm mad at the owners for doing it. As the DJ, make your bread, man.
Right?
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
Make your money. There's gigs that I get offered because I'm black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you think am I gonna be like, you know what?
You know what? I ain't gonna take that.
My morality clause won't allow.
Yeah, right.
Me to, like, take the gig, do the things, like, fucking do it. Understand why, but do it. So it's the same thing. I got to keep the same energy. Should he have left the jail? Yeah.
Yeah, he should have.
He's fucking 102. Is he? He sat there for 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Filthy rich.
Right.
But he goes from living in a mansion, getting driven around in a Phantom, to being in a fucking 6x6 cell around a bunch of dudes eating shitty food.
Yeah.
And then they come and say, for 3 years, and then they come and say, you know what? We fucked up. We got to let you out. Yeah, walk out the door.
Happily.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then here's the thing. If they can get another case and get him again, cool.
Don't fuck up this time.
Yeah, cool. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Do it right.
Yep.
And put him where he needs to be. You know what I mean? Put him where he needs to be. I am all for justice, and I do feel for the women that had to watch him walk out the fucking door. I feel for them. I honestly do. But again,
any person would have done the same thing.
Anybody would have did it. Don't be mad at him for that. Be mad at him for what he did.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah. Hate the prosecutor.
Yep.
For fucking up. Hate the judge, really. Because the prosecutor did his job. The prosecutor was like, here's the deal. Yep. We won't use this against you.
Yeah.
And then when it went to trial, the prosecutor was like, we're not using this against him.
Yeah.
Because we can't. I made this deal. And the judge was like, fuck your deal. Fuck you. Yeah. Because he didn't like the prosecutor.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck you and fuck your deal. Yep. We're introducing it. And the prosecutor was probably like, all right, it's your funeral, motherfucker.
Yeah, all right. It's at that point. All right.
How did the Italians do it?
Yeah. Paulie from Goodfellas.
Yeah, hey, not for nothing,
Right?
but I wash my hands clean to this. Yeah, man. Like I said, it sucks for the women that had to watch him walk out. And that I honestly, God to honest, I feel for them. Yeah. As I say all the time, I come from a tribe of women, man. I don't want to see people getting away with that. How just in this case, it was the people that had your back that fucked it up. It was that judge fucked it up. He dropped the ball. Yep. I think he needs to be charged with something because that's illegal. What he did was illegal. Yeah. Now, is it considered illegal or is it against the rules?
I think
I feel like it's illegal.
It could be something. I mean,
I feel like he could get. Do judges get disbarred? No, they get. Dude, shit rarely ever happens to judges.
Fuck no.
Judges do wild shit. Judges and Catholic priests, dude, they get away with so much shit.
Well, the Catholic priests have a whole fucking city that protects them. So,
unless the sex you're having is consensual with two adult women, and then they're like, we got to press charges.
Yeah, but then they press charges.
Yeah, if it's anything else, y'all are good.
All them other ones, hey, come over here. Yeah, you ain't going to have your life with your friends no more or whatever. Yeah. But at least you'll be in our...
Yeah. You'll still get hot meals and all the wine you want.
And walk around amongst the city.
There's probably a lot of porn over there. Yeah. Bro, you think... let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. This might get us canceled.
It probably will, but you know what?
Who cares? Who cares? You know what?
Because I think I know where you're going.
Here's the thing. We ain't got shit. They can't cancel. We can't be demonetized. We're not making money.
We don't make... Yeah.
So let me ask you this. How much... Let me finish the question.
Okay.
How much porn and or prostitution do you think happens in Vatican City?
Oh. Look, obviously people know I'm Roman Catholic.
Right.
I still go to church. I still believe. But that's up to me to believe what... Religion's always been like an entity to me.
Yeah,
as it is, obviously.
Right.
Obviously, when you're little, oh, man, Noah's Ark is cool. Bunch of boat with all these animals. But those stories were to get your attention.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to believe everything in the Bible.
When you're an adult and you
grow up, then you decipher what is what you believe, what you have faith in.
Right.
At least that's how I took it.
Hey.
My brother the same way.
And that works for me.
But look, there's a lot of fucked up shit in Vatican City.
Oh, yeah. Dude, there's murders that happen in Vatican City.
Murders? There are murderers that are protected in Vatican City.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know what goes on there. I don't want to know what goes on there. When people ask me like, hey, being Italian, and Catholic, would you ever want to go to Vatican City? I say no.
No, hell no.
Why? I don't want to go to a city that's protected by walls.
Yeah.
Not walls, but like protected that you can't even go in.
At all.
I could go into other places that have walls and gates and shit like that.
Right.
That you can't unless you're like in a tour or something. And even then, you can't go everywhere. You can only go certain places.
The fucked up thing about it is I actually wouldn't mind. This is the shame about it. I wouldn't mind if it wasn't for all that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing the city.
Right?
It's fucking beautiful.
It is.
It's a beautiful place. I would love to go there and take pictures. And if it wasn't for the fact that I would have a shitty feeling of like, what the fuck is happening here
really
behind closed doors? Yeah. It would be, I would love to go there and take pictures and walk around. But then I'm like, man, that's the thing I think about. I feel like a lot of porn gets shipped over there. I feel like prostitution going on. I feel like all types of wild shit is happening there. For all we know, man, there might be fucking human trafficking going on there. Like nobody can get in there and take a look around.
Right? Yeah.
So it's like they could be doing anything they want, and that weirds me out.
It's heavily like secretified.
Yeah. And
like certain spots.
They have an army.
Yeah. They have their own army.
And police force. It's like, nah.
That in history have fucked shit up.
Really quick, Small said most judges are elected, so maybe after they lose their seat, they could face consequences. I bet almost every judge has tons of dirt on everybody So that might protect him. You know what?
True.
You could be right.
Yeah.
You could be right. And when I say you could be right, I think you're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of judges do have dirt on everyone, because I think in some cases, certainly not all, but I think in some cases because usually the prosecutors and the judges are friends.
Yeah.
They hang out, they go golf together or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Even some of the fucking defense attorneys are friends with the judges. You know what I mean? Because they all have a job to do. I feel like a lot of those people don't even really give a fuck about the law.
Yeah.
It's just what makes them money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the idea that this defense attorney is like, oh no, this person loves criminals. No, he loves their money.
Yeah, right?
You know what I'm saying? His job is to get them out.
Yeah.
That's the job.
That's
even if you're appointed.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, some of these criminal attorneys are appointed.
Yeah.
And that's what they got good at, was defending criminals.
Yeah.
So when they went into their own practice, that's what they continued to do.
Yeah.
And, it's weird. Here's what's weird to me. There are people out there that will say, don't disrespect the Constitution. Don't disrespect the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disrespect our government, right? But then we'll get pissed off at defense attorneys. We'll hate them.
Yeah.
Call them pieces of shit and everything. And it's like, that's this person's right.
Yeah.
Like, we have rights.
That's the Constitution.
Yeah, that's the Constitution. As a right, you
As a
have
right,
the right to an attorney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do not have one will be appointed for
to
you. So, yeah. So you kind of, if you respect the Constitution, if you respect the law, if
you don't have to like it.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, you definitely don't have to like it. But if you respect the law, you have to respect defense attorneys. Now, there's sleazy people everywhere. There's sleazy defense attorneys. Yeah. There's sleazy prosecutors.
Look, I really highly doubt like a defense attorney really is like all gung ho about
like hip hip hooray, we're about to
defending some of the people they have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to. That's just their job.
A lot of defense attorneys won't take certain cases.
Yeah,
they'll
for
be
sure.
like, like if it involves like kids or anything like that, they'll be like, nah, fam. They'll do drugs. I mean, not do drugs, but
they'll defend
drug cases or assault cases, murder cases, depending on what happened. But some of them will be like, nah. But then there's the ones that are like, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm gonna get you off. And then there's other ones that are like, look, I can't get you off. I can get you as least time as possible.
Yeah,
but you're gonna do some time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, everybody deserves fucking dude. If it wasn't for public defenders, dude, I'd probably still be in jail. I don't know how I don't have a record. That's what's weird, is I don't have a record, but I've been arrested so many times and I've been to court so many times. I've been to court so many times that I know Latin. Like I know like I know the Latin phrases and shit that they use. Like I know noli prosequi, which is a no process, which basically means it's not necessarily dropping the charges. What that means, because that happens to me all the time. I would always get a no process or noli prosequi. And what it means is they don't have enough evidence to fully prosecute me. Yeah. So for now, like they're temporarily dropping the charges. But if new evidence pops up, we're bringing you back in here. It just so happens new evidence never popped up.
There you go.
But yeah, it was always noli prosequi, or my charges would be dropped for whatever reason. You know what I mean? But yeah, the noli prosequi was the big one. Rogue and vagabond. So what rogue and vagabond is that, so like, let's say they suspect you of breaking into cars. Like a car just got broken into. They see you walking up the street and they arrest you and take you in. Rogue and vagabond that means that you possessed the tools necessary to commit the crime that they're accusing you of. Okay. So like if you had a screwdriver, a hammer, some other shit that you would use to break into a car, if you have that, that's rogue and vagabond. Okay. Now how that worked in my favor is a lot of times whenever I would get arrested for something, there was no rogue and vagabond. That's what my public defender would say. He's like, they don't have rogue and vagabond. I was like, what the fuck is that?
What the hell? And then what the hell did you call me? Fucking.
Oh yeah, I know who those are. I got those comics. I got those. But yeah, he'd be like, that they don't have that. So a lot of times that's why it was noli prosequi. Yeah. And then there's res ipsa loquitur, which means the thing speaks for itself. Okay. So if it's like open and shut, like it's clearly you did it. We walked in, you had the knife in your hand. You literally, we watched you stick it into the person and take it out. Yeah. It was dripping with blood. You got blood all over you. All the blood matches. Yeah.
You got no gloves on.
Yeah, you got no gloves on. There's a video of you that's res ipsa loquitur. The thing speaks for itself. Like obviously, this is what it is. And then obviously everybody knows modus operandi.
Modus operandi.
But yeah, like I've been to court so many times, dude. I know like some lawyer speak. Like I know like a little bit of lawyer talk and shit. But yeah, I don't know how I don't have a record, man. I mean, I know how, but it was like public defenders always got my shit. I remember the first time I was ever in court, it was for a stolen car. Mm-hmm. I definitely stole it. 100% I stole this car. Bro, I stole the shit out of this car. Me and a homie, we walked by, it had the keys in it, and we were like,
I mean,
yeah.
It's daring you.
Yeah, we went joyriding. I had that shit for like a week. Yeah. And then it broke down on us, like it fucked up, and we cleaned it. We wiped it down. Yeah. I was like, yo, I seen this on TV. What we need is like, it was like Lysol, the bleach Lysol stuff. I was like, we need some of that, and we need rags.
I saw this on TV.
And that's what we did. We cleaned it. Bro, we detailed the car is what we did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cleaned the whole thing. We took it through a car wash, because when we got it, we took it through a car wash because we wanted it to look good. But yeah, when it broke down, we fucking cleaned out the whole inside, cleaned off all the handles, everywhere, anywhere that we would have touched. We basically hand washed the car with fucking Lysol.
Yeah.
And then left. And the only thing that got us busted was there was a chick that knew us that was like, I saw them get into the car and take it. She ratted us out. So my co-defendant, he took a deal. He was like, basically he pled guilty and took a deal. My public defender was like, I'm pretty sure I can get you off. I'm pretty sure I can get you off. So the public defender, we went in there and the public defender did his thing and he got me off. So then my co-D never ratted me out.
Yeah.
But he was just like, basically what he said is, I'll take my charge. You know, I'm not going to say who was with me, who wasn't with me, but I will take responsibility. I was in the car. I did drive it.
Yeah.
You know, but he's like, I don't know who else was with me. So they were like, they gave him like probation or something.
Oh,
like,
okay.
We were underage. So
yeah,
they gave him probation. But yeah, they fucking, he was like, I can get you off. Bro, I got in a fight one time. Somebody tried to stab me with a knife and I turned the tides on him and stuck him. I can talk about this because once you've been tried for something, you can't try again. Sure. So I stuck him. He dipped, ended up in the hospital. Cops showed up, found my fingerprints on the knife. Right? This was right before my 18th birthday. By the time the court case that came up, I was 18. So they were trying to try me as an adult.
Okay.
So the way the juvenile system worked in Maryland is and they didn't care that I was like, yo, it was self-defense. You know, and they didn't care about that. They're like, we're charging you with attempted murder. I was like, all right, well, I'm not saying anything else.
Yeah.
Because so then the way it works is you get arrested, you do that whole thing, and then you go down to the courthouse, like before your trial. You meet up with a counselor, and what they do is they determine whether it should be handled outside of court or whether it should go to court. If you're a juvenile, they almost always say it should be handled outside of court, right?
Yeah.
She determined, we're going to handle this outside of court. She was like, here's what we'll do. You'll pay the restitution for the hospital bills or whatever, and maybe do like some community service, some other stuff, right? Now, the court system has it's a certain amount of time. Let's say it's 5 days, right? And this is to the minute. Like 5 days from that time. Yeah. So however many hours that is from that time that she signs that to appeal it and say we want to go to court. They appealed it. We go to court. I'm in there. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'm probably going to have to do like 6 months in juvie, or they're trying to charge me as an adult. I'm probably looking at 18 months, right? Public defender, same one that I always had, right? He's like, he told me, this is what's funny. So we're about to go into the courtroom. He's like, just sit out here. And I was like, what do you mean? My mom had to come with me, even though I was an adult. Yeah. Because when it happened, I was a juvenile. Yeah. So he was like, just sit out here. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I'm about to go get you off. And I was like, I don't know. I don't need to be in there for that. And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, dude. All right. Sat out there. He came back out and was like, sign here. You're free to go. And I was like, well, what the fuck just happened? Like, what wizardry did you do? Apparently, they filed it. It was something like 2 minutes too late. The appeal that they did was like 2 minutes too late.
Hey.
And he was like, yeah, y'all can't charge him. This has to be dropped. I was like, holy fucking shit. I was like, I need your card.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, because
I will be in this position.
Yeah, I'll be in this motherfucker again. So I need your card, man. Like, yeah. Yeah, I've had some close calls, man. I've had I remember one time a buddy of mine, his name was Tom. This big dude, big Vietnamese guy that used to drive us to the club all the time. He had a bunch of like weapons in his car. One of them was this giant fucking like buck knife. Was under the passenger seat. We get pulled over. The cop shines the light, sees the knife, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I knew the knife was there. I was fucking with the knife all night, right?
Right?
Yeah, I was fucking with the knife all night. Like, I knew it was there.
Yeah.
I didn't tell the cop that. Get arrested, go to court. That same fucking public defender. I think whenever he saw my name, he just kind of was like, I'll take this one. So same public defender, he got me off. He was like, I was like, so what are we going to do? He's like, I'm going to get you off. Is what he always said.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to get you off. So he argued that when they were saying that I knew the knife was there because it was like sticking out from under the seat, this is slick as fuck. He was like, can you do a demonstration of how he was sitting? So the cop pulled a chair up, sat down in the chair, and he was like, can you show us where the knife was? And he put the knife like right in between his feet, right? Mm-hmm. And then after he did that, he was like, okay. He was like, I would like for everybody to see like, you know, how he's sitting, this, that, and the third. And then he was like, I don't know anyone that sits in a car like that. Like, I don't know anybody that sits with their feet by the seat. Like your feet are out, you know, like in a footwell.
Yeah.
That's where your feet are at. And you sometimes lean back. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, if you sit the way that you sit in a car, he's like, is that how you sit in a car? And the cop was like, no. He's like, well, where would your feet be if you were in a car? And he put his feet out. And he was like, now, would you know that there was a knife there if your feet are out there? He's like, your feet probably never even touched it. He was like, his feet probably never even were by the seat. Mm-hmm. And he was like, well, the way that it looked, the knife looked like it was ready, like he had it set up ready to go. He goes, or he just got into a car with a friend that had a couple knives in the car because he's like, you found other weapons in there. Yeah. So he could have just got into a car and didn't know there was a fucking knife in there, right? And he got me off on that. It was, dude, this dude was amazing. I just threw my friend Tom under the bus, but that's okay. That's okay.
You know.
Because here's the crazy thing. They didn't charge Tom with it. They charged me with it. Oh. There was a knife in the trunk that they didn't charge him with. They took it, but they didn't charge him. I'm the only one that caught a charge because his knife was under the seat. If it was in the trunk, they wouldn't care. But because it was under the seat, so I caught the charge. Oh. So because it got dropped against me, nobody got charged. Mm-hmm. Now, they probably could have tried to charge him later. Like, okay, we didn't get this guy. Let's go after him. But at that point, it's like, nah, you kind of look like you're grasping at straws at this point.
Yeah, you're reaching now.
Yeah. Get a little carried away. There's Tiger's story of I told you, man, I got a story. I feel like I've been talking this whole time. I feel like you haven't had a chance to talk. How are you?
I'm good, man. I fucking just working, hanging out with the kids. Well, you know, Frankie and them.
Oh,
I don't have kids.
Yeah. I mean, we can.
Oh no. Ixnay on the horn stay.
Ixnay on the horn hay.
Yeah, however you say it. Yeah. Yeah, football started, so pumped about that.
Yeah, man.
Not pumped about last weekend at all. Buckeyes and the Browns.
Yeah.
More so the Buckeyes than the Browns. I'm not worried about the Browns.
Yeah. I was about to say, I was kind of pumped. I was kind of pumped on the Browns.
Oh, I was.
Because they were giving them the business for a while.
And I think Kansas City knows that, yeah, we beat them, but if we see them again, which would be in the playoffs, we got to be on our game.
It's going to be a different thing.
Yeah.
You think OBJ's coming back?
I don't know. I got some theories about that.
Oh, really?
And it hurts me to say, but
you think he's still hurt?
No, I don't think he's hurt. I think they're saving him because they're going to trade him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it was a good run.
Because I mean, I think I don't know. There's an extra week now because they have 17 games.
Yeah. So
I don't know if the trade deadline is still week 8, but. Look, that's just a theory. I don't have. I didn't hear that from nowhere.
Right.
I'm just going off of my knowledge of football.
We have no science to back this up.
When you have a guy like that obviously other teams would want, and you obviously could get something for.
Yeah.
Now
they could get some shit for him.
Now
too.
the main, I still believe it's one of those things where, okay, it's a longer season. Our wide receiver room is stacked, so we don't need you yet right now to come back earlier and to rush it and then get hurt again. Because the last 3 seasons he has been hurt. His last 3 or 4 seasons he hasn't played a full season.
You're right.
So obviously that is probably what's going on. You have this talent. You know that could be useful, but when would you want that talent?
Yeah.
You'd want that later on in the season when you're trying to make the playoff push and get into playoffs.
And know that he's fully healed.
Yes. So that's probably what's going on.
However,
but if you add in how some people in Cleveland think we don't need OBJ because of how good we did without him last year, which is fucking a joke.
Yeah.
Anyways, because of that, where there's smoke, there's fire sometimes.
True.
So, now obviously it's practice, it's off season. You're not going full go. You know, anybody looks good in shirts and shorts. That's the saying in football. Anybody could look good in shirts and shorts. It's how you look when you put the equipment on.
Yeah.
So he was looking good, but then once you start putting the pads on in preseason, he didn't really practice as much. And then the season starts and it's like, oh, he's ready to go. But then all of a sudden, literally an hour before the game, hey, OBJ's not playing. What?
Yeah, that's weird.
And then our coach, who is pretty much like Bill Belichick when it comes to interviews and what he talks about from the media, like all that stuff, like injuries, all that stuff's usually hush-hush. Doesn't talk about them. This week, OBJ's not playing this week.
Oh, wow.
So he said that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
and he's not playing this coming week either.
Well, no, meaning this Sunday.
Oh, this week. Okay,
I don't know about next week, but so that's just my theory. I hope it's not true.
It's a pretty sound theory.
But usually when something like this is happening, now if this was like the 6th receiver or whatever, whatever, it wasn't OBJ, I'd be like, oh yeah, probably just making sure he's ready.
Yeah,
because it's OBJ. They could still be doing that because, again, you would want that talent. That talent is more valuable at the end of the season
later
than it is
on.
at the beginning.
I especially think he's more valuable later on because then all the other guys are kind of banged up. Yeah. They're getting a little tired, Yeah.
So, hopefully
Let me ask you this. What can they do about the fucking second half? Why does it always seem like they're such a front-loaded team? And not even the second half. It seems like that last quarter is always a fucking killer. Like, what can they do to change that?
Well, so it's essentially the only thing they can do is what they've been doing is just keep playing. Because that's how you tell the Browns weren't good for so many years.
Okay.
And they only really got good the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So should they be in the playoffs this year? Yeah, I think we should be. But that's what happened Sunday is how you can tell they're still they checked a whole bunch of boxes and took a whole bunch of steps last year. But what happened Sunday is how you know they still have some steps to take.
Yeah,
before they're
there.
A contender.
Yeah.
They should make the playoffs this year. Their roster's stacked. If you don't make the playoffs, then that just means there's
a problem.
There's a bigger problem than X's and O's. But that's how, at least to me, that's how I know that there's still a couple steps they have to take until I'll start talking about them as a perennial playoff contender.
Yeah. It just always amazes me that it seems like 80 to 90% of the mistakes that they make is in that second half.
And it was nothing that the other team did.
Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all.
So Nick Chubb's fumble, that wasn't like he didn't drop it. Like defender punched it out. That was what the other team did. But like
the interception.
Baker Mayfield, he knows he shouldn't have thrown that fucking ball.
Yeah.
He
was already being taken down.
Baker Mayfield gets a bad rap, but that's just a dude who was trying to make a play.
Yeah.
But he knows he should have lived to fight another day. with that with the interception. The punt, I don't know what the fuck the punter was
yeah.
thinking. Dude, you were
know,
not a running back.
You know what they were saying?
You still had time to punt that ball.
Yeah. They were saying that, you know, like they were a lot of people were saying they kind of understand because he's been on the sideline for however long.
I respect him trying to make a play.
Well, I'm talking about like him fucking it up in general. He's on the sideline for the whole time.
That whole game.
Yeah, he didn't have a chance to warm up or anything. So it kind of makes sense.
At the same time, you got one job.
Yeah.
You don't even sometimes have to wear a fucking helmet.
Yeah.
Like
and the snap was good.
The snap was good. So that is probably what it was. It was just, oh shit, this is happening.
Yeah. We're out here. Yeah. Oh, Texas Soccer Mom is here. Hey, Texas, are you ready for some Texas, you ready for some control tonight? She said, I'm here. I made it. Hope you're ready for some control. I know I said I was going to do it on Tuesday, but Tuesday got a little weird. But tonight we are running some control for sure. Absolutely 100%.
Yeah, so like the Browns I'm not really worried about. Okay. The Buckeyes, on the other hand.
Ooh, are they not looking good?
Well, so we're 1-1. We should be 2-0. Because it's like you have.
Wait, hold that thought for a second. Small said we still need to learn how to win games.
Yeah.
And punch that bum punter in the face. Bum.
I mean, not a bum. And if he does that shit again, then okay, maybe.
Yeah. The second time he got the job done.
Yeah.
Too late, but it got the job done.
But
yeah, I feel like that was a killer.
Yeah.
That was a killer. If he wouldn't have messed that up, I think they might have been able to hold them off from scoring.
So here's the thing. We scored on our first 3 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
The last 6, we only scored once. So that is the issue.
So it's all about consistency.
So you take out the fumble, the muffed punt, and the interception. You still had 3 and the one you scored on. You had 2 possessions. That if you score 1, you still win the fucking game.
Yeah, you win the game. You 100%
so it's
win the game.
I can't really fault the punter.
How many points did they win by?
Was
it like 5?
Yeah, a touchdown would have won the game.
Yeah. Man.
So it's like, figure out how to not fucking score only 1 of 6 times.
Right. And these aren't blowouts.
No.
That's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And Buckeyes just shit the fucking bed.
What the fuck happened?
So, what happened
Saturday? Because
I
heard it was good until it wasn't.
I don't know that fucking game was never good.
Oh, okay.
I was there. It was never good. So I don't know what's really going on because we have all the talent. It's young, but we have the talent.
Yeah.
Our defensive coordinator is horrible. Oof. We fired him one time, and then you bring him back. Well, what the fuck you think's going to happen? You fired him before because his defense was trash.
Oh man!
You bring the same guy back. The fuck you think's going to happen? You know what I mean? With younger players.
Oh.
So what do you think's going to happen? Your defense is going to be trash. It's no secret.
Yeah.
But so we're there. We're watching the game, and we're like, Oregon's a pretty decent team, but it's a West Coast team. They're traveling across the country to play at a noon kickoff in your stadium that has fans for the first time in 657 days.
Damn.
and is already before last season, before COVID, is one of the hardest places to play in because of the noise. Jesus. You had all this shit working for you because that 12 noon or that noon kickoff is essentially a 9 a.m. kickoff for Oregon.
Okay.
Because they're traveling backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if that game would have kicked off in Oregon at 12, it's technically 9 a.m. So you had all the fucking everything was pointing your way, and they showed up and were ready to play more than you.
What the fuck?
Now, obviously, I love Myles Garrett, but you've heard me say that he has to learn how to stop the run. Mm-hmm. Apparently, our defensive ends were taking a playbook out of his. Hey, we're just going to fuck the run plays, but we're just going to try to sack the quarterback every fucking play. You can't sack the quarterback if he hands the ball off to the running back.
Oh,
because
man.
every fucking one play, which if Cam's still watching, he'll chime in too. He was there.
I think he said he stopped it.
Oh,
really,
yeah, that's right.
really quick. So
Oregon ran this same run play.
like over and over, or
all they did? So this is what they did. It's funny me saying this because you don't even see Pee Wee teams do this. So what they did was essentially they ran two. They ran counter trap up the middle, and then they would run a zone read either to left or right, meaning the running back the quarterback reads the defensive end and then figures out if he's going to keep the ball or give the ball to the running back.
Okay.
All they did, though, was switch which side they go to. So they would overload the right and then go to the left. Or they would overload the left and go to the right. And our genius defensive coordinator never fucking caught on because our guys didn't shift once.
They just did that all game.
They did that all game.
Fuck.
And then every once in a while, they would go up the middle.
Well.
And then pass it, like, I think, a few times.
Hopefully they get that together.
But every run play, because like a defensive end's main job is to set the edge, meaning you're a defensive end. Yeah, you're supposed to get to the quarterback, but you set the edge to make the play stay inside where all the people are, and then you go upfield to get the quarterback.
Okay.
Our guys, and Myles Garrett sometimes, just go straight up to and I'm not even saying that to be, like, criticize Myles Garrett. It's just a fact. If you watch games that teams run against the Browns in the past, like last season and the season before, and even Sunday, when the play was going to his side, a run play, he was nowhere to be found because the running back was literally passing him saying, "Hey, boy, bye. You're supposed to catch me. You're supposed to tackle me, but you're still trying to tackle the quarterback."
Oh, he said, "Hey, bye."
Bye. So literally, it's almost like they waved to him every time they pass him.
Oh, my God.
And that's what was happening with the Ohio State Buckeyes defensive ends. They just forgot to set the edge, and they'd be trying to they would get to the quarterback. Only problem is he didn't have the ball. The dude would be running 70 yards down the field.
The ball was completely in someone else's hands.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a fucking debacle.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Defense couldn't get off the field. When they finally did, the offense couldn't do anything with it.
Until the defense was right back out there.
The two times our defense actually stopped them to get the ball back was the last two possessions of the game.
Jesus.
Everything else, it was just score. Like, Jesus, what the hell is happening?
Oh,
so the defense couldn't get off the field, but when they did, the offense couldn't do anything, which is look, okay, yeah, it took them a while, but they did do their job. Now you have to score.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a lot harder to score when the defense knows you can't run the ball. Because when you're down 14 points and there's only like 5 minutes left, you ain't running the fucking ball.
No, not at all.
Because you need to get chunk plays. So Oregon was like, hey, yeah, our defense or their defense stopped us, but we're just going to drop everybody and make them pass it. And that's exactly what they did. And it's a lot harder to score when the defense knows what's going on.
Well, yeah.
So, and that's essentially what happened. So, yes, the defense did do their job, but it was already too late.
Yeah.
Because the defense was
Much too late.
Oregon was like, all right, well, yeah, they got the ball back, but we know they're going to pass every play.
We know exactly what they're going to do. Yeah, but they knew exactly what Oregon was going to do and still couldn't stop it.
True.
It was like stopping Habib's takedown. Like, you know exactly what he's going to do.
Well,
can't do shit to stop it.
But see, that's the thing. The way we were playing on defense, it's almost like we didn't know what they were doing.
Oh.
Meaning the defensive coordinator wasn't paying attention or just thought, all right, well, eventually they're not going to do it.
They're going to switch it up.
And they didn't. And you didn't. Because usually, you don't know sports ball, as you say, but you've watched enough American football.
Yeah, I've watched enough to kind of understand when
pre-snap. You got people fucking moving, people are shifting. The quarterback says something, then the defense is like, "Oh shit, he said apples," and they shift to the left.
Yeah, there's that one dude that runs from the one side to the other side.
Oregon was doing that on defense.
Oh,
we weren't.
Get it together, Ohio State. Get it together.
Yeah. So But with all that being said, I'm still not worried about Ohio State because they'll probably end up running the table. And because we only how this happened. So we get embarrassed in our home stadium and we only drop to 9th.
Oh, well.
And then we are still plus 900 favorites to win the national championship with 1 loss. That is 5th highest.
Okay, well.
So as much as I'm freaking out about this, obviously other people aren't.
Yeah, other people are like, it happens.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But
Texas Soccer Mom said the defensive coordinator was watching a better game on their phone.
Probably. Probably.
Whoa, wrong one.
Probably was, because he wasn't watching that fucking game. I don't know what he was doing Saturday, but he wasn't.
He was watching a better game.
He wasn't coordinating anything, let alone defense.
Oh, Mr. Pun-Fu.
Yes.
I think it is about that time, sir. Right. It's about that time for us to roll up out of here. Texas Soccer Mom, I will be back playing some Control in about 35 to 40 minutes. I'm going to eat a quick dinner, and then I'm going to hop on.
Nice.
And as I said, my dinner's already prepared.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise, Texas, I promise. I 100% promise this is happening tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for this 52nd episode of the Two Endangered Mammals podcast, the #1 podcast in my duplex.
Sure is.
I have been your host. She said you say these things and then you abandon me. Never. Never again. Never again. I've been your host, Mr. Tiger Adinaldo. And with me, as always, is my Goomba, the greatest co-host of all time. Wait, where did my cursor go?
Hello,
Mr. Pun-Fu-Panda. Pun.
Yes.
Tell the good people how they can reach out to you if they were so inclined.
Instagram, Snapchat, Discord at Pun-Fu-Panda.
Boom. Short and sweet. If you want to reach out to me, you can catch me at Tiger39, THAIGER 39. Mm-hmm. You can put a capital T if you're feeling, super frisky. Jaunty. Yeah, if you're feeling frisky, just put a capital T on there. And you can catch me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Discord, YouTube, Twitch,
Uber Eats,
Grubhub,
DoorDash,
GoPuff, Cash App, PayPal,
Venmo.
Then I don't have Venmo.
No Venmo. Okay.
No Venmo. No Venmo.
Right.
Streamlabs.
Glazed bunnies.
Christian Mingle. Farmers Only.
Black people meet.
Curious white people. Interracialdating.com.
You can catch it. There's a new one.
Oh, snowbunnies.org.
Snowbunnies. All right. There you go.
Texas Soccer Mom said curious white people. She said, I'm so starting that app. CuriousWhitePeople.com. Anywhere the media is of a social variety.
And where there's a handle,
you can catch me at Tiger39. If you would like to watch the show after the fact, go to youtube.com/Tiger39 and you can catch everything there arranged in nice playlists. If you want to listen to the show after the fact, just go to your favorite podcasting streaming platform of choice and search for Two Endangered Mammals, and you will see the tables showing up.
Yep.
Just like this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I have been Mr. Tiger Adinaldo. This has been the Pun-Fu-Panda. We have been the Two Endangered Mammals, and we are signing out. Peace. CuriousWhitePeople.com. I should have said CuriousWhiteWomen.com. Yeah. That's what I should have said.
Yeah.
Can't involve everybody in it. Texas, give me about 30, maybe 40 minutes to eat dinner real quick. And then I will be back to play some Control. So I will see you soon.